All right. I have big news. Not big news. Big news for me. No one cares though, but I'm still going to say it. The time of Horizon has almost come. That's right. My players are T-minus 1 or 2 games from finishing the very first playthrough of the Horizon campaign. Which means soon it will be time. That's right. Soon it will be time to play mediocre D&D in a mediocre world with me. I mean, that's all I can ever promise for anybody, right? Minako with the Ella Blackwood sponsored and Blackwood sponsored segment. All right, we'll get to that. All right, fine. That'll be the first thing we do after the intro. What's up, guys? Good to see y'all. What's going on? Welcome back to the stream. Welcome back to the VOD. What's going on, Atari? Ashy, I totally forgot that I changed your name to just QT in my Twitch. And I'm like, who the fuck is? Oh, okay, yeah. That's right. What's up, entities? What's going on, Venus? Venus, I saw your full line of paintings that you did recently. Looks good, dude. Blaze, pleasure to see you, my friend. Bizzo, Thork, and Guapo, the rest of the mods. You know what? Today is Blaze Day. Today is Blaze Day. He gets to be the mod. He gets to be the guy. We're all gonna thank Blaze today. So, Guapo, you got yesterday. You just weren't here for it. So, what's going on, Gabby? Pineapple pen. I'm not getting a pineapple pen. What are you talking about? I have an expensive $120 Cintiq pen. If that's good. I don't know if you wanted one of those. I don't get my daily dose of parasocial affirmation. I'm leaving. Okay. All right, Guapi. Fuck. Fine. Google Translate. Let's see. English to Spanish. You are my best friend. All right. Eres mi mejor amigo, Guapi. Eres mi mejor amiga. Amigo? Shit. Toss. Why is it Monkey Toss? Ah, fuck. God damn it. Not again. If I get another YouTube video taken down because I played 3 seconds of a steamy Spanish romance documentary, then I'm gonna be pissed off, man, because that's already happened twice on my YouTube channel. What's going on, Bylong? Good to see you, buddy. So hey, I want to talk to you guys first and foremost about Fridays. Fridays, real quick. If we can chat about Fridays. So we have a couple of options here, and I wanna gauge some temperature here about what we can do on Fridays. You're very capable of being fully yourself today without restraint, Guapo. Exactly. Entities knows. Today is me day. I feel so special. You're gonna make me cry. Stuima knows I exist. It's true, and I'm not even a VTuber, and I still like you. Not to sleep before I try, and my party before I try, and my party in a test from my god. Oh, I see what you're saying. All right, fair enough. Yesterday's VOD was immediately struck by 21st Century Fox. God damn it! Every time, man. I can't have one movie-based meme in my stream, can I? It's tragic, bro. All right, so Friday streams. All right, we have a couple of options here. So, in the past, we have done many things on Fridays. We've told stories. We've gone onto Reddit. We've memed hard. We've done requests. Yuna, shut the fuck up. I will skin your dog, Ella. What? Yes, Yuna's scuffing my intro? I just hear Ella yelling, "You're barking at nothing." I don't think that got picked up on stream. But I just heard Ellie yell, "You're fucking barking at nothing." All right, I think she's good now. I think Ella has tamed the beast. Just on Twitch, it's fine. Yeah, it's fine. All right, no worries. YouTube, fuck off. All right, so on Fridays we've done many things. We've done requests. We've done shitty magic items. We've done mediocre locations. We've done chat builds at NPC. We've done character sketch giveaways. We've done Baldur's Gate 3. And you know what? I kind of liked having something to look forward to at the end of the week. Something kind of fun. Requests were good, but I felt like they... please. Please. Don't let me come get you. Okay. I think Elle even opened the door to show her nothing was outside. What if one of these days Yuna borks and then Ella's like, there's nothing there, but there's actually just a fucking bear on our front door, which could happen where I live. We also could have our house lit on fire today because the wildfires are getting close. But, you know, if it happens, it happens. I'll stream the whole thing. It'd be kind of fun. Anyway, and I kind of miss having something fun to do on Fridays. And I liked requests for that, but I feel like requests got a bit old. You know, everyone who wanted something kind of got something, and we kind of got through it. And so I wanted to try a bunch of other stuff and have Friday be kind of the free spin day. So I want to get some opinions. What do you guys think about things like Baldur's Gate? Was that, because I wasn't really sure what that sort of temperature was on talking about Baldur's Gate and D&D versus the idea of bringing back sketches versus Boulder's Gay. Oh shit, not again. God damn it. If I get posted on Reddit r/instantly gay one more time, all right, this time for Baldur's Gate, I'm gonna be pissed off. Dash, do I know it's your Reddit account? Stop it. Anyway, Dasho says I'm the gayest non-gay guy he knows, and he's gayer than me, so, you know, god damn it. I guess he has authority to post me on Suddenly Gay. It's rough. Using Baldur's Gate to talk about meta D&D stuff. Yeah, so listen, romancing the game. We're not romancing the game. I'm not doing... Okay, did you see that somebody had started an official speed run for Sleeping with Lae'zel? Any percent, and they did it under 8 minutes. I wonder if the Gale speed run is actually up there or not. I don't know, man, but we could try and set the record just from game start to anyway, so Baldur's Gate was fun, but I'm not sure if this is much of a gameplay channel. So we could do that. That's a question I've been sort of mulling around in my head for the last little while, if Friday should be like a game day where we do dumb shit like that, or if Friday should just be requests, because I did enjoy doing requests, and I feel like maybe if we added more variety to their requests, that's what would have fixed it for me, because it kind of got a little stale at the end there, you know, back in like June or whenever we were doing requests last, and I kind of miss it. You know, I kind of miss doing stuff for other people, not really having to think about what I was doing necessarily on a Friday, but being able to do environments or locations or characters or NPCs or whatever. And I think I want to maybe work to integrating that for a couple days of the month on Fridays. Maybe not every single Friday, but at least a couple of Fridays. Today I wanted to do some quick concept stuff, draw some things that I wanted to get done for the D&D game, talk about the D&D campaign, and maybe build the Astral Sage just a little bit. But just going forward, I want to try and figure out what to do on Fridays. Because I was really enjoying Baldur's Gate, and it was a lot of fun to sort of dip into that. I just don't know how long I'll be able to play that for before it's like kind of, you know, not fun to watch somebody waddle around in Act 1, not committing to Act 2 for the whole time. But the thing is with playing Baldur's Gate is I could do that with like friends. I could bring on other streamer friends of mine and play with them, and it could be fun, stuff like that. I don't really know, but there's a lot of different things we could do. As far as requests go, I wonder if there would be a better way to sort of do it, or to have more, I don't know. I'm wondering on ways to make requests a little more interesting, you know? Rob, stop it. Bro, why are you tier 2? What are you doing? What the? Okay. All right. Thank you, Rob, for the 40 months at tier 2. God damn, bro. Jesus, man. Your sub's more fire than Kelowna is right now. That's not funny. That's not. I can't make that joke. Please don't laugh at that. Please, mods, scrub the VOD, delete it, erase it, pour Kool-Aid on the servers. That's I'm not. I can't make that joke right now. It's very. Yeah, I'm good. Thank you, Rob, for the 40 months. Thanks for the support, bro. I really appreciate it. Without it, I probably wouldn't be doing this. So thanks, man. That is not lost on me. Friday could be your free day. If you want to do sketches, do sketches. If you want to do games, then game. That's true. I could just do whatever I want on Fridays. And if I want to play games, I can play games. If I want to do sketches, I can do sketches. If I want to do requests. I just sort of feel like if I'm going to do requests, I feel like there's kind of there was definitely a crowd that came to the stream expecting that on Fridays. And that was fun. So I don't know. Maybe I felt like there was a lot of disappointed people when I stopped doing requests, you know? All right, roll your green dragon check. Can I just rig things so we request exactly what you want to draw anyway, or get Blaze to do it? That's true. That's true. We could just do paid for sponsored requests, paid for and sponsored by me, with the illusion that people will have actually any choice in it. So, you know, we can do that. What am I doing? Don't worry about it, Blaze. We'll talk about it later. Yeah, it's kind of Monka, Gabby. So I don't know. We could do maybe we'll make a return to Baldur's Gate next week. I don't know. I have to think about that. But today, I was gonna draw some important stuff from Eldar that I wanted to do. I was gonna do a couple of sketches of some of the creatures that I wanted to do for the Horizon campaign. Maybe work on the Astral Sage, but you know, maybe we'll throw in a couple of requests sort of midstream. You know, new raffle idea. Name is drawn, then the wheel is spun on whether Blaze or Evan draws it. That's not. No. I can't. Come on, man. I can't make Blaze draw stuff all day because he'll just rig it if he's winning all the time. He'll just rig it so he draws everything. So I'll just sit here reacting to Reddit while Blaze is in the background drawing stuff for people. Meanwhile, I'm like, oh wow, nice dice purse. Wow, hi, that's so trendy and cool. Hey, good job, Blaze. Keep going, man. Just a little bit further. Oh wow, you're all silver dragons in disguise. What would that be like? You know I would too. All right. I want to do a warm up today, and then maybe we'll do one or two requests, and then we'll throw the Astral Sage into there and build it out a little bit. So first and foremost, before we do anything, I wanted to draw something very important for my world. All right, this is the official Eldara concept document. This right here, this small page is our concept book for the Realms of Eldara. Only the most important and discerning ideas will make it in here. Only the best. Does that include crumbs? We'll have to see today. But first, I need to honor 10,000 channel points spent in my chat. Mitako has purchased a Blackwood Dice sponsored segment. All right. And who am I if not a good sponsorable influencer to work with, where I can be sponsored by big brands such as Blackwood Dick. Blackwood Dick. Oh, Dice. Okay, Blackwood Dice. There we go. The official dice of Evan Blair Art, the official dice of my home games. If you're not using Blackwood Dice in my home games, you're just not fucking invited. That's how it is, man. Does getting Blackwood Dice invite you to my games? A whole lot more fucking likely than if you don't use Blackwood Dice. Like, let me just, if you're one of those fucking noob idiots that's like, oh, how do you roll dice? I don't know how to do it. I just use D&D Beyond. Well, I have some dice for you, man. You can be a master D&D player by picking up your set of Blackwood Dice. And if you want, what the fuck is he having? Oh, okay. Advent calendar. Pre-orders for her advent calendar are still open for 2023, whatever year it is, for a little while. I think 2 more are gone now, so I think there's like 4 to 5 left. You'll get 3 full handmade sets, 1 set of D4s, 1 set of minis, 1 chonk, and other dice goodies and surprises. An exclusive Blackwood Dice piece of art from master artist Evan Blair Art. She didn't put Evan Blair Art. She just put Evan Blair. What the fuck, Ella? Pre-orders close October 15th. Ships by Nov 10. All right, there it is, man. Blackwood dice. The official Blackwood of Evan Blair dice. There it is. All right, so for warm today, I wanted to draw something very important to me. See, I realized something that I don't actually have a piece of art canonically or an article that references the importance of the Rylisian feathered goblin monkey. And so today, I wanted to start a piece, start a sketch. It's very important to me, very important to my players. For the Rylisian feathered goblin monkey will be a early appearing character in the Horizon game. You see, at some point in time, the Horizon game will take you to a jungle island. What things and wonders will you find on said jungle island? Well, you might find, I don't know, you might find some buried treasure. You might find a ancient evil. Oh, Guapo, I did something for the D&D game that I thought you really like. I did someone's some like what's it called when you have a piece of somebody who is important in the church and then you like put that piece in a box. But I had one of those. A relic, something, I don't know, but it was very creepy. But I had eyes, lidded eyes that were floating in a jar. That when you talked to them, they opened and looked at you. I thought you'd like that shit. Maybe you'll find that in the jungle. Who knows? Or maybe you'll just end up messing around and fighting some pirates. Either way, it should be a good time, and I want there to be goblin monkeys in the jungle as well. So, I want to draw a little piece of a couple of them together. So when somebody who is not from my stream, not from our little TDC community, asks Evan, what exactly is a crumb? I can say, well, dear friend, let me show you. And, you know, proceed to then watch them slowly back away in confusion. You win me over with two things, Creepy Saint Reliquaries and Male Booba? Alright. Well, this was definitely a Creepy Saintly Reliquary. Weirdly, though, Dashto's character took a nap on top of, like, so it was in, okay, so it was a sphere with a metal band with, like, runes on it with little eyeballs floating in it. Okay? It had, like, spikes and shit on it. And that was placed in a coffin. Okay? That was placed in a coffin, and on the inside of the coffin, there were seals, like magic parchment written seals with like wax dripping and shit all over them, just all over the inside of the coffin. Okay? And then that coffin had a lid put on it with an etched off, scratched off logo, brand, something, you don't know, man. The party didn't know, because you know what? They didn't ask what they didn't investigate the outside of the coffin, so they have no idea what was actually on it. And they're like, I wonder whose coffin this is, but they don't know because they never actually looked at it, so fuck them. And that coffin was then buried underground and then wrapped with chains and then dug up, taken back to camp, and Dash showed a nap on it. So that was weird, but you know. Saintly Reliquaries. Saintly Reliquaries. It's important stuff, man. Your D&D game. You gotta have vaguely creepy, paladin, cleric-y church shit in your game. If you aren't like providing your players with that experience, Ella, I will go down there and I will shove that dog at you. I will put her inside of your sweater so that she can't move if she keeps borking. All right, I will throw her like a football at the window. I will, you know what? If that dog barks one more time, I am going to give her up for adoption. I will 100% surrender her to the SPCA. All right. She's gonna bork, then I guess she's going to the fucking kennel, man. She's going to the shelter. Don't think I won't. An art book on Saint Bodies. It's amazing. That sounds horrifying. Heavenly Bodies, Cult Treasures, and Spectacular Saints from the Catacombs. When the fuck did you buy that? It would. Okay. If/when I get another commission from Evan, it'll have male booba just for Guapo. All right. You won't? Really? You don't think I'll surrender Yuna for the meme? One second. I need to go adopt my dog. All right, chat. This is your one opportunity to buy a dog before she goes to the shelter. Bidding will start at 1,000 bits for anyone who wants a Yuna. That's right, Yuna. You're getting adopted today. That's right. No, we're not having plays. There's no plays. All right? You're getting sold. Okay? Yeah, you're getting sold. How do you feel about that? You wanna go live with Blaze and bark at him? Yeah, well, okay, me either. There's a lot of corn there. All right. Okay, hold on. No, where are you going? Stop it. Are you... Where are you going? What? Okay. All right, fine. You good now? You just want to see Ella's chair? You good now? You good? You do not jump from the top of chair. All right. Okay. We're gonna be calm now. We're not gonna bork. We're gonna be a good girl for the rest of the day. If you're a good girl, Yuna, I'll give you salmon treats, okay? All right, you little rat. Can you be a good girl and get your salmon treats? All right, there you go. She grabbed her chew and ran off to the pile of towels in the hallway. An adventure? No, stop, Ashley, stop it! Stop trying to swoo my dog. She doesn't hear your manipulations, your dastardly manipulations. All right. One crumb dealt with, another crumb to draw. What are you doing, dog? Okay, I'm not gonna care about this anymore. This is Ella's problem now. At least I hope. Is Yuna's middle name Crumb? Yuna's middle name is Yshtola, Silmeria, Cosmos, Mimiru, Pancake, Blair. That's her full name. Even though Yushtola is a cat, I still named her after her as well. Contemplating adding some other names in there, but for now there's only a couple. So her name has no reference to Crumb in it, but her title, as far as I'm concerned, is still the official La Goblina of the household. So whatever she makes of that, I guess, is probably only bullshit at this point. Okay. When drawing a crumb, it is important to consider. It is important to keep in consideration how squished the face is. The unibrow and the upturned mouth, the Muppet mouth, both have to compress the face. This is a very important ratio here. It is less than 1 crumb eyeball in between where the nose sits. The nose, very much like a snub-nosed goblin monkey. I mean, monkey. But slightly more incredulous on the crumb. Ella, I know you're hanging out with your friends on Discord, but can you please pick Yuna up and force relaxation her? That or take her out or something. Thank you. I believe in you. Just barking at the front door, man. All right. You'll notice also that this crumb is very intentionally Slav squatting. Which is the preferred form of squat amongst Relystion Feather Goblin monkeys. There's currently no World Anvil article yet for the Relystion Feather Goblin monkey. But there will be soon. And I kind of want to take the World Anvil challenge this winter, World Ember, and just make it however many articles all about the Relystion Feather Goblin monkey, and see if I can sort of like weave it into it. At least a reference into each article. Which sounds like a challenge, I know. But I believe in myself. I believe in my own abilities. Alright, we need his tail. Now the Relystion Feather Goblin monkey tail is long, however not dexterous. They do grab onto shit with it, but they can't do any sort of fine manipulations of their environment, unfortunately. And all goblin monkeys are kind of chubby, sort of like a baby orangutan. Or maybe any type of orangutan. Mostly because I love the orangutan. Aduria is very well acquainted with my tier list of great apes. God, he's majestic. The legs have to be slightly too small for the body. They have to look kind of awkward. Like the head has to be a little bit too large for it as well. Yuna's full name is Lady High Summoner, Unalesco, Silmeria, Yushtola, Cosmos, Mimaru, Pancake, Blair, Destroyer of Blankets, Licker of Hands, Climber of Desks, Harbinger of Toilet Bowls, Waker of Evan, Chief Chewing Officer of Evan Blair Inc. Where's La Goblina? La Goblina is not included in there. What do you mean, man? Thank you, Guapo, for this gifted sub to Thorkin. I appreciate that. Thanks, man. That was very kind of you. I appreciate it. Thorkin, welcome back to the Dragon's Claim. You're now once again a card-carrying member of the guild. Please enjoy your free... Fuck, what do we even give guild members anymore for free? What do we even do for them anymore? I feel like there's almost no reason to be in the guild at this point. The guild repairs are mediocre at best. How many fingers do they have? 3 plus a thumb. Alright. We have crumb number 1 here. We need a couple more. We need one like hanging, one waddling. Maybe like one like falling off of the fucking tree trunk or whatever. Oh, I guess this is a little belly button. I forgot. His little hairy belly button. What else? We need one. How the fuck do we need one that captures the same sitting quality of Salacious Crumb? He has this way of sitting that's kind of useless. Yeah. Like, oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. We need that one. We need to have one sitting like this, too. Okay. All right. Let's do, like, a bunch of leaves or something. Something like that. He's got his little belly. Folding over. Like something particularly foul, you know? This like useless creature. Oh, yeah. Really, the goal is to make the players feel like they've wasted their time when they're ever dealing with one of these. Like, it is a challenge. If you can befriend one of them, if you can befriend a Relisting Feather Goblin Monkey, the rewards are palpable. However, will you befriend one? Probably not, let's face it. We'll do this and we'll have like a little baby crumb on its shoulder. These little feathers. Yeah. What else? What else do we need here? Face needs to be more squished. This is important. You see, the amount of forehead on a Resisting Feather Goblin Monkey is an important ratio. Okay. Number three. Free soup. That's when you need the guild hall. Come on, man. You think that's enough to get our guild members to apply? Because the Dragon's Claim is you know, we're running out of adventures. People keep dying to bugbears and beholders and shit. People aren't even going on adventures anymore. They're too busy playing Baldur's Gate. Like, why risk going on an adventure and dying yourself if you can just, you know, pretend to go on an adventure in a video game? That or play the official Eldara adventure, which we don't have a name for yet. I really gotta figure out a name for the Horizon game, because like this is gonna be people's first experience and first chance diving into Eldara. I feel like they need to have some sort of a important, I don't know. It needs to have a feeling of importance. It needs to have like a level of majesty. Okay, it's crumb number 2. It could do a couple of crumbs swinging in the background. It doesn't need to be a very well composed piece, more or less just a meme taken too far. As long as we have the concept of what the Resisting Feather Goblin Monkeys will look like, that's enough. Maybe we do a couple here. I want to do one like interacting in some way with like a fruit or trying to crack it open. Or whatever. You know, like, I want to be looking at the fruit like Donkey Kong looks at a coconut from the animated series in the early 2000s. Or wait, what was it? The diamond coconut or whatever? The golden banana? All right. A brushy tree top will continue down here. And we put a couple of crumbs in the background. Maybe one like hanging. Most of these will just be like fairly unrendered background. So it doesn't need to be perfect. All right. I think this is good. Time to actually draw a crumb. This is the first official canonical crumb that I'm making proper art for. Rebels of Eldar, episode 0, no line on the horizon. No line on the horizon? Episode 2, red horizon? So episode 0 is what horizon's gonna be. Episode 1, I'm really nervous about, because I feel like horizon people will give me a good amount of like leeway to like mess up, because it's my first time writing an adventure for like other people, right? But for the actual like first adventure, you know, episode 1, I feel like I'm gonna have to be pretty like professional and polished or whatever. So I only have like one chance to really make some mistakes and look like an asshole, because after that, man, it's over for me. I gotta rein it in. I gotta be the guy. I wanted to have, like, by the time Horizon comes out, I want to release like a whole bunch of shit for Eldara. I want to have a boatload of World Anvil stuff done. I want to have a like some sort of short story, linear narrative type thing that talks about some of the characters if I can. I want to have a whole bunch of like, I want to have art for every magic item, every token. I want this to be a complete adventure pack that you can like pull out and run it and like feel like you are not lacking or missing anything for it. The like one main problem maybe that I have is trying to figure out how much backstory and how much world building do you need to put into an adventure for people to run it effectively. It's like what amount of like information is the GM gonna want to read about Teleria and about Eldara as a whole to run a game effectively? And how do I communicate that information in an easy way so the GMs know what's up? Because like running adventures in other settings is not too bad if you have knowledge of the setting. I feel like if you have a bunch of players and you're all making characters for a Star Wars game, you kind of know what's up with the Star Wars game. You know the basis of Star Wars. You understand what's going on. You understand sort of the main kind of layout as far as like how factions work, how the worlds work, what the general main mechanic of sort of the magic of the world is. And you don't need a whole lot of description. You know, but when you're going to a completely new setting, it's like, how much is the GM going to want to know? How much are they going to tolerate reading? How much they need to communicate to their players? Like, is it good enough to say it's right now you're in the Shattered Sea. It's a place with floating islands all over the place. And is that like good enough for people, you know? Horizon's Edge? That's actually really good. I like that. I wanted to include the word horizon to have the same sort of like evoke the same idea of like having a new horizon or new adventure on the horizon. The first adventure has to be very optimistic, sort of jaunt into Eldara. I want this like first opportunity for people to play in Eldara to be very, very fun and light. I don't want to bring people in with this like very dark, sort of gritty, compelling world yet. I want to make it kind of this small excursion into, I don't know, like a bright world that makes more I think it'll attract more people to have like a world of sort of optimistic adventure to start a story than it will to have like a world of gritty darkness. Not to say that I love dark fantasy maybe more than most other types of fantasy, but I feel like you need to earn it. Like, I don't know if that's a hot take or not, but I feel like you need to earn the darkness in a dark fantasy world. It's like the difference between the dark fantasy being like compelling and edgy is like how well do you earn the lore, you know? Bright Horizon, Horizon's Dawn. Horizon's Dawn's cool. First Light on the Horizon. First Light on the Horizon. That's great. I like that actually. That evokes that same kind of feeling that I'm looking forward. There's so much art and assets to make for the Horizon game. And like, I don't want to spoil a lot of it. I'll probably do a lot of it on stream. So like the spoiler will be that these items exist, but or these things exist, these monsters exist, but how players will choose to. And like the other thing I don't know is like how to write the content for a DM necessarily. I know what kind of like how I would want it to be written for me, but I know a lot of DMs are very different. They want more or less information. Like some DMs want the very basics of the world and then they'll run the rest. Other DMs I feel like want everything laid down in like set in stone. And like the last time that I ran an adventure, I think was like around 4th edition. Like I ran an adventure from a book, you know? It was around 4th edition. Fuck, what was it? It was a good one, I feel like. D&D 4e published adventures. What the fuck was it? I remember the art on the front of the book. Where was it? I'll know the art when I see it. Looking through art. Oh, was it Keep on the Shadowfell? Keep on the Shadowfell PDF. Yeah, this was it, dude. This is the last time I ran a pre-made adventure. An adventure for characters of 1st to 3rd level. Yes, dude. That was a long time ago. Holy shit. But the problem is a lot of these adventures, they don't require any sort of extra context. You know, they're not like, you're not sitting there demanding your players learn about all these like concepts of like how does D&D introduce you to a place like the Sword Coast or Faerun in general? That's what I'm trying to figure out. How do you introduce people to a new setting? Like, do you even need to explain everything in the setting? Or is that stuff that like the players can sort of interpret, don't really give a shit about, and they'll figure it out as they play? You know? 2 pages basic info max, put the rest in appendix. Do you think people will like search the like if I have all this stuff in World Anvil as like my appendix is World Anvil, do you think people will actually search it out if they need it? Like I want them to be able to, but I'm like suspicious that people won't give a shit, if that makes sense. And do they need to give a shit for the adventure to run well? I don't necessarily think so. But I don't want to like, I don't know. I don't want to like, God, I guess I just want people to like to want to play the game, you know? I'm overthinking it, I know, but I want like as many people as possible to find the adventure and to find Teleria a compelling place to run their game. But I don't want to like, I don't want to read a modern adventure to figure out what to do. Does that make sense? Like I don't want to feel like I'm influenced by it, you know? I think it was Thorkin that made a really good point at one of the streams we were talking about this, where he said that I would benefit greatly from not reading adventures and not like knowing what other DMs are doing and what other adventures are being written as, and I should just write it for the first time as like how I would want to see it and just go with my gut. Because like people will tell me what I need to do or what I you know don't need to do, I guess. But what I worry is that people wouldn't play the adventure to give it a chance, you know, if it's not good enough. So yeah, I understand the wisdom in that, and I agree that that's probably better. But there is still a fear of like, well, what if it's so unappealing though that people aren't going to want to play it? Then I don't have anyone giving me feedback, you know. What's up, Steel? People do want to play it. People want to play it, maybe like play the game Blaze, the question is, what percentage of people want to play the adventure via me running it for them, and what percentage of people will want to play the game and run the adventure for their players? And that's what I'm concerned about. I know that if I run the adventure, everyone that I run the adventure for will probably have a good time. I'm confident in that because I know that I can run a D&D game that most people that I play with have a good time with, and that's awesome. That's a cool thing to be able to do. But I want somebody who's not like invested in the idea of playing the game with me, of me running them through Horizon. I want them to see Horizon and think, yo, this is kind of cool, man. Let's, you know, I don't have an adventure for my players right now. Let's go to Horizon. Let's do this campaign or whatever, and then see what we like, see what we think of it. And if they make their Eldara characters and play the Eldara campaign every time there's a new adventure for it, that's awesome. If they continue going and like homebrewing their own parts of Eldara and like based on, you know, my writings of Eldara or their own sort of creations, then that's cool too. I just don't know how many people are going to want to actually play the game like that, you know, that aren't like already invested in somehow in the world ahead of time. Because I'm also worried that there's this like great expectation. Like I want to run a couple of games in the Discord of Horizon, but Horizon's turning out to be a much longer campaign than I thought. Initially, I was going to try and write it as like a 3 to 4 campaign or 3 to 4 game campaign, but I think it's going to be more like a 5 to 6. I wonder, like, you know what I want to try, and this is going to be a really big ask of like some people who are willing, but I want to try running Horizon start to finish for a group and see how long it takes. Like, I mean, in one setting, in one sitting, I want to sit down and I want to say, all right, guys, it's like 9 a.m. on a Saturday morning. We're going to run Horizon until it's finished and see how long it takes. To see how long it actually takes to run the adventure. Because, like, my group that I'm on game number 9 with right now, to be fair, we only are able to play for 3 hours at a time. So I wonder if it would be 4 to 5 games for a group that can play 4 to 5 hours a day. You know, like how many hours does it actually take to get through Horizon? You go from like, you play 12 hours and then you like, you know, break for the night and then you meet up on Sunday morning and keep going if you need to. But like, can this game be ran in 12 hours is the question. It matters having enough content available to run the game well. Like I wouldn't want some nub who knows nothing about the world to be the DM because they don't know how things would work and it would really fall back to the D&D, not Eldara. Yeah, that's like a concern of mine. Is like, how much content do I need to have available for people to like learn about Eldara? And are they going to care, or are people just going to want to run the adventure because it's a cool adventure? And it's like, who cares about the Eldara and what are all this other bullshit? Like, it's an adventure on a floating island somewhere in the middle of nowhere. We'll put it here on the map in my world, whatever. Which is fine too. Like, I don't mind if people do that. It's just, I want people to actually want to play the setting as well, you know. Byron, you got here just in time. We're just finishing off the concept sketch for your album artwork. I'm kidding, relax. Dasher, how long do you think like it would take the average group to start to finish Horizon? Let's just say if there's like one more dungeon that you guys have to do before you guys sort of beat the campaign, the Horizon adventure. There's one more thing you have to do on the island, more or less, and you do the thing with Endymion, and then you're back home, and that's the campaign. So let's just say we can wrap it up in one more day. How long do you think it'll take the average group to play through Horizon? How many sessions do you think is comfortable to like get to know Horizon, do the little side quest that you want to do? I think I need to simplify the side quest because you guys spent a little bit too much time on it. I think I need to not make it like so complicated or high stakes or whatever. I just need to make it like, hey, go here and kill the pirates. It's like, cool, got it. What's my motivation? Your motivation is to kill the pirates. Neat. And that's it. The question is, how long would it take people to play through the entire Horizon game. Now that you're almost done. This is the highest resolution unibrow ever rendered. I'm trying, man. I'm trying to win records here. I think that it's very rare to have a group that never explores or wastes time. Maybe 2 full days if they're on board with being super efficient. 2 full days to get through. Yeah, I'm trying to build it so that it takes people 4 days to get through Horizon, if that makes sense. Like, from start to finish of the adventure. From getting to know Luna to doing your first little quest. Or do you think the first quest is necessary to, like, build investment into the world and to, like, get to know Horizon? Or do you think the first quest should be Luna being like, hey, I need you to go out here and do this thing? Or would it be too rushed and too, like, weirdly like, oh, I guess we're going here to do this now? Because that was my worry. That's why I wanted to put a small quest on, like, on the front of it. But of course, I don't know, man. I don't know what I'm doing. The transition of, like, smooth skin to fur is not one that I'm really communicating that well, I think, on this crumb. Maybe I'm overthinking it. I just need to draw the dumb monkey lizard. That could also be it, you know. God, he's so incredulous. I like the small intro quest, or I like the small intro quest because it makes the town feel really alive, especially being invested into the rats and disliking the pirates. Yeah, I'd be curious to see what you guys like if you guys picked the other quests, like how that would have changed your investment to, like, go out to the hamlet or go hunt the beast in the jungle. I suppose I could always put a note that, like, the beast in the jungle will be a very quick quest. You guys are just killing beasts in the jungle. Going out to the hamlet will involve a bit of you know, it'd be pretty straightforward as well. But if people are doing this sort of the city-based quest to go save the rats, then that's gonna be more of, like, that's gonna take more time, have slightly more investment. I'll, like, put a note in there for GMs running the adventure. So they can kind of choose if they really want to spend the time doing it or not, you know? The very first session encounter needs to be on the docks or at the edge of the island. You just see the Shattered Sea. It's the star of the show. So the very, very first encounter is on the airship, on your way to the Shattered Sea, or on your way through the Shattered Sea. Like, the first thing anyone does is get on a boat in Grand Crest, and like, the game doesn't start in Horizon. You arrive to Horizon at a certain point in time. And so I took from my my table of random encounters in the Shattered Sea. The question is, do you think, Atari, that on what this group did, their first encounter was that they had a non-combat encounter where they encountered a Sky Shard storm, which allowed them to farm a bunch of Sky Shards and get a whole bunch of gold, and it was cool, and it was magical, and there's Sky Shards everywhere, and it was great. But do you think that if that first encounter is combat, that's too intense? Where it's like, you're on the boat to the new place you're going, Horizon. Uh-oh. Sky monkeys have attacked. Like, I'm trying to figure out if that first encounter that sort of, like, pulls you into the world's mechanics, if that can be a combat or if it has to be a non-combat sort of, like, wondrous moment, you know? That's what I'm still kind of unsure about for that very first thing. And then once you get off the boat in Horizon, you've already, like, had your GM explain to you what it's like to sail through the Shattered Sea. And I want to make some really compelling art of the islands. The art that I'm doing for Dashto, that's going to be the album artwork for the Shattered, or for the Teleria, is going to be the piece that I'm doing of the Shattered Sea. So I honestly think that the Shattered Sea is the most interesting part of Teleria. And I think that's fine to capture for like the general soundtrack or whatever. The boat is understanding sky sharks, being able to sink the boat is cool. Many 2 encounters available, one for combat art heavier players and one for RP. DM's choice, run which one. That's a good point. Yeah. You have a combat encounter that then if I do that, I'd have to make a map for the boat, which is not that big of a deal, I guess. I have to make a map for the boat and more tokens, which is an investment, but I'm okay with that, I guess. This is the most like heavily rendered Crumb sketch I've ever done. This is emotional for me. All right. So combat heavy encounter of like the boat gets attacked, or their choice of like a couple of RP encounters or something like that. Boat maps are awesome and inherently versatile. That's true. Well, the thing is, it'd be a boat map, but it'd be like boat, you know, masts, and then the rest of the map would be like there'd be like an island in the bottom distance and like clouds and stuff through it. And like, I don't know, maybe like more blue sky underneath or whatever. So it'd definitely be a boat in the sky, which I don't know if that'd be that useful for people. Please put this on the print store. you want your very own Crumb, highly rendered, detailed Crumb. I could do it. This is the official concept for what crumbs look like. So when I make the official World Amber article, this will be the official like sort of piece that I'm doing for them. To describe what the fuck a Rilistian feathered goblin monkey is and why you shouldn't kill it if you see it on site. Or why you should, depending on where you are in the world and who you are. I didn't have too long today to stream, so I wanted to do something that was like manageable that I could do. It was kind of fun and I don't know, something I wanted to do, you know? Maybe that's what I'm gonna do for streams in the next couple months, is just do resources and stuff that I need for the game, for the Horizon game. The problem is I'm releasing the Horizon game for free, so I gotta balance how many hours I can work on that versus how many hours I can work on like commissions and shit. It's the artist's dilemma of working to live versus working on like the larger project, you know? Which is why I'm going to kickstart the first adventure, but I don't feel like I have the right to kickstart this adventure. I need to have one prologue adventure like out and demonstrated before I sort of have the next one that I could like do a formal Kickstarter for. Because I don't think I could get anyone's like faith or confidence without having like an example of what the adventure could look like. Does that make sense? God, he's so ugly. I never rendered their eyes so much. I don't know why. I'm kind of bothered by it. I need to figure out what their actual skull looks like. Yeah, hold on one sec. I want to do a real quick experiment. So their skull, oops. They would have some sort of like large nosular socket. probably have fairly large orbital sockets. One second. This is important for my understanding of crumb anatomy. So when you find a crumb skull, you know exactly what to expect. It needs to be slightly lumpy, but most of the head lump is gonna be like squishy. Okay. And how would their lower jaw connect here? I imagine it's very flat. These kind of all be squished down and have those like flattened proportions. Maybe we'll make it a little more shallow. Alright. Is either glorious or grotesque. I'm not quite sure if anyone actually wanted to know what a crumb skull looked like, but here it is. The deconstructed goblin monkey skull. There it is, man. There it is in all its glory. All right, sorry, I needed to do that just real quick. I needed to know what they looked like. Good time zone. What's up, Vinny? How's it going? I see we're drawing crumb anatomy, a lot less pointy in the skull than I imagined. Yeah, so here's the thing. I wanted when they move their head for their like head bump. Excuse me, my allergies are fucking killing me, man. The Canada's on fire. It smells like smoke outside, but it's so hot I need the window open. Oh, I want their head lump to kind of like wobble a little bit, you know, or like really senior crumbs, really old crumbs. I kind of want their like head lump to be like kind of droopy. Right? Like the head lump just kind of keeps growing, and over time, that's how you know you have like a very like ancient lived crumb. As he's got he's got a floppy head. It makes them more relatable, I feel like. Yeah, I don't know. A lot of brain space for the skull. Aren't crumb smart? Are crumb smart? Well, that different various biologists and zoologists and fantasiologists and crumbologists have debates over whether or not the intelligence of the Elysian feather goblin monkey is of note or not. Some researchers suggest that there is an obvious level of intelligence as to their evidence as to this is that Crumbs possess the ability to do things out of sheer malice. That's right. Realistic feathered goblin monkeys possess the ability to make decisions based on emotional feelings towards individuals as to whether or not they will steal their shit. They seem to have a greater understanding than they let on. Some scientists suggest that the Crumbs are a lot more intelligent than they seem. They just choose to mask themselves behind their normal jester-like attitude simply because they find amusement in it. So, I don't know, man. Take a D4? God damn it, not again. Like how ears and noses keep growing? Kind of, yeah. Their ears are like very long and like tall or whatever, but their like head lump is kind of floppy. It feels like one of those things that would happen on a creature like this, you know? Maybe I'm wrong. What I need to do is I need to hire a modeler to make a Crumb VTuber model for me. I'll call a Twitch account CrumbTuber, and we'll see how it does. All right, I think this is good as far as the portrait goes. Yeah, that's good. God, look at him. Look at him. Dude. I just want to draw Crumbs for the next week. Screw it. It's an important World Anvil article we need to have. The first VR Crumb. Yup. Viddy gets it. Viddy, I want your opinion as an expert DM, as a master dungeon master. We were talking about this before you got here. How much information, if you're running an adventure in a setting, do you want about the setting before you want to run an adventure in it? Do you want like an 8-page breakdown of what the setting is, or do you want like 2 pages of the important highlights and you'll figure out the rest? What makes you most comfortable as a GM running a game? I'm trying to figure out how much information we need to sort of include about Horizon or about Eldara to have people want to run an adventure in Horizon. Because the goal ultimately is not for me to run Horizon games for everybody. The goal ultimately is for people to want to run Horizon games for their group at home. And we were discussing as to what that quantity is. How much like World Anvil reading are people going to want to do? Are people going to be expected to do? How concise do we have to be? Because I know there's a lot of nerds out there that will say, oh, I'll read the entire thing. If you bring me 30 pages of World Anvil articles, I'll read 30 pages. You know, it's okay, maybe. There's a lot of people out there that I feel like wouldn't tolerate that. That if you said, hey, I've got a new adventure that you can run, it's like, that's cool, but if I have to learn everything about your fucking setting, I'm not going to do it. Which I think is completely fair. Crumb, yes, entities. Different, legally distinct Crumb from Star Wars. This is Crumb with a C, or a K, not a C. This is my Relician feathered goblin monkey, not my Kowakian monkey lizard. What is Yuna's problem today? I wonder if Yuna's okay. Like, I'm kind of worried about her. She doesn't usually bark this much. I'm actually kind of worried about her. I wonder if I should check on her. Because she had like an allergic reaction a little while ago, and we've been keeping an eye on her ever since. I'm kind of worried that she's like really stressed out or something. I might want to take her to the vet if she doesn't stop. Because like Unit is not very good at communicating when something's wrong. she's not the best at it. So we have to kind of interpret her like barking. Sometimes it means she wants out. Sometimes it means she's hungry. It's like she's not very good at like barking by her bowl or barking by the front door. She'll just kind of bark when she's unhappy. And this is a lot of barking, dude. I'm getting kind of nervous, to be honest. I'm not above taking her to the vet just to see. We have health insurance for her, so. It's not like it's a big cost or whatever. So happy you're having a good stream, Evan. That's all. Yeah, I don't know, man. She's been ever since she had that allergic reaction. I'm not messing around with her. That freaked me out, and I'm worried about her. Like this is like a weird level of like anxiety that's coming out of her. This barking. And I'm worried there's something wrong that she's not able to like communicate what's wrong. I hear your wacky monkey rat in the background. Yeah. Also, if she doesn't stop barking, then I'm not gonna be able to stream either. So that's the other side of it. But I'll probably just like, if I have to, just end stream early and take her to the vet. See what's up. Well, maybe I'll take her for a walk. Like do all that stuff first for her. And then if she's still like being anxious, like later in the afternoon, then I'll take her to the vet. Make sure she's okay.
Apologies for the paragraph. Here's my tax VOD.
Oh, fuck. Sorry, Viddy. I didn't, Okay, no, you don't have to stop. Thank you for 100 bits, Viddy. I'll take something in between. I usually look at it in tiers, so I like having my bases covered. World, origin, lore, conflicts, and map would be nice. I can do without the embellishments, religion, city dynamics, interpolitical backgrounds and relationships, etc. 2 pages if it covers my bases. Otherwise, I'll keep digging until I get what I need. So okay, that's actually. So okay, what I want to do is I want to do like a blurb that you can read. That's like maybe like a page long blurb that sort of sets the scene of like where you are. Like you find yourselves in the world of Teleria, a vast, bustling civilizations, whatever, blah, 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 blah. Here's the main gist of Teleria as like, hey, say Teleria's really cool. And just leave it at that for Teleria. You find yourselves in the Shattered Sea. A place where an ancient disaster occurred and sundered the lands, and now it is basically full of floating islands and a sea of blue skies and cloud. What lurks beneath is an abyssal depth that no one returns from. Like, make that very clear as well. And say like, give people just a very basic rundown on it, and have the okay. How do you present the official sort of races of Teleria? I guess it's more of a campaign guide. You know what? I am doing an Eldara campaign guide at some point in time. I don't need to make, like, if you put like crazy shit into your campaign, like Kenku and Beholders and all that stuff into your Horizon game, I guess it's fine. You know, are there Fire Ganassi and Goliath in Eldara? No, but if you like run them in your game, you know, I'll have it available where I'll say like for an official list of like Eldara, I don't know, player options, you know, you can find, it can be found here or whatever, and have a very basic form of a like nothing with restrictions, but just some things with like extra player options, you know. I think the goal is to not restrict anything in the adventure blurb. It's not be like, there are only these things here. But that's like more of a campaign guide conversation. The adventure, I just have a little blurb about like what's going on, where you are, and you can kind of interpret that however you want and introduce that into your game if you want, your world, and introduce into Faerun if you're playing there. You know, it's chill. And then I don't know. Past that. We'll leave most of it for the campaign guide, I guess. So yeah, reserve 2 pages for people. I agree, like having a good bit of base lore to be able to function as a character in the world, then the in-game stuff I need to ask about in more detail. What I want to do, okay, so imagine like here's my concept
Baldur's
here.
Gate 3 as a Githyanki or a Drow is so much fun.
Really?
The evil race dialogue choices are so cool.
I actually was wondering what it'd be like as a Githyanki, Garth, and I kind of wanted to do an evil playthrough and like, you know, invade the Enclave and stuff like that. But holy shit, thank you for the 31 months, bro. I appreciate it, and thank you for considering me your prime option this month. Thanks, bro. I want to do a Githyanki evil playthrough at some point in time. Okay, so here's what I wanted to do for the adventure. I wanted to have it be like a PDF that has links to the World Anvil articles. So it says in the blurb, like you're from the Shattered Sea, and here's what it is, and then have the Shattered Sea highlighted. And if you want to click on the Shattered Sea like link or whatever, you can go read the massive lore dump of the Shattered Sea if you want. But like, make sure that everything is like concise into 2 pages for the adventure. But have it, because this is going to be a digital publication first and foremost only. I am going to do like a limited edition of physical publications, but I'm probably only going to make like a couple of those for myself and some of my close friends, and if anyone like really wants one. So I'm formatting it to be digital, and I want to take advantage of that. So if you want to like, if you're like, oh, the ancient like they're like ancient the ancient Eldari, a race of creators and builders that have fallen into myth and legend. Only their runes remain and small fingerprints and traces of their like origin or whatever. And that's good enough for the Horizon game. But have Eldari be highlighted, and if you want to go read the fucking giant like 8-page thing about the Eldari, you could, right? And give players and GMs the option, the opportunity to do that if they want to. But like, it's like the difficulty is making sure that the stuff you put down in those 2 pages, that concise bit of information, that's good enough basically to run the game for or with, you know. Giving you guys the starting points. If you want to just do quickly something, go with that stuff. If you want more, add in other things, that's fair. The bias in Tolaria specifically, because I do think that it's, if executed well, it'd be enough for most advanced DMs to get the vibe. 1 or 2 pages of unique to the world may have some newer DMs wanting to build more, or wanting more to build confidence. Yeah, it's like I'm fine doing a shitload of information, but the problem is like, how much is somebody reasonably, the average DM, what are they reasonably going to read? Like if your player says, hey GM, can you run this game for us? It's really cool. This streamer that I watched back in 2020 finally got something done that has any relevancy. So here's the adventure that I got from his Discord. Could you run it for us? And that DM has no attachment to Tolaria, no investment whatsoever, is looking at it like, well, we'll run the best adventure that I can find. And they look at that, and like your GM sort of examines it, opens up and sees 2 pages of information about the world and says, sure. But if they open it up and see like 10 pages, they're like, I'm not reading 10 fucking pages about some idiot's world, right? Like, no, we're not doing this. Like, that's my fear, you know? But I'm fine doing a shit ton of lore and background for people. Things being like native beings or unique beings to Eldara, and give your custom races, etc. Saw an article saying that a lot of builds get 3 players playing evil playthroughs. What you might see in D&D. Really? I wonder what the percentage is of people. Actually, on the graph, I think it was something like Baldur's Gate statistics, Twitter. They had a cool post, actually. Okay, where was it? So players managed to finish the title. 368 players played finished the title in the first weekend. Over 93% of players rolled a custom character. Players spent a combined 88 years in character creation. Nearly 10% of characters spent at least an hour in character creation, which I don't get. Baldur's Gate doesn't have really deep character creation. Origin characters, most people selected Gale, Karlach, or Astarion. Then some people selected Shadowheart, Will, and Lae'zel. Class choices, mostly Paladin, and then everything else is pretty even except for fucking Cleric, because everybody plays with Shadowhoney. Humans, Half-Elf, and Elves were popular. Then Dragonborn, Tiefling, and Drow kind of shared one. And then Half-Orcs, Dwarves, Gnomes, Halflings, and Githyanki. No one wanted to play. Where's the thing about the... Okay. 100,000 players have been rejected by Astarion. That's hilarious. One NPC was shoved into a chasm for every concurrent player they had during their peak on Sunday, which is 815,000. That's insane. That's an insane number for a single player game. Of all player deaths, 12% were caused by friendly fire. Okay, here we go. So this is the interesting graph here. In terms of diplomacy, players veer on the side of good, where 65% of people saved the Grove and 34% of people assaulted the Grove. So this is a good indication of good versus evil campaigns or playthroughs. So that, honestly, having 1/3 of the player base playing an evil playthrough is much higher than I thought there'd be. So like really nice contextual table of contents combined with the preface. That sounds like a great way to utilize having World Anvil. I think so. Like definitely World Anvil has to be a tool for this, right? Just do a summary and then expand it later. I think that's the way to go, right? If people want an expanded, but the problem is like there's no in between. Then there's either the brief context that you can get from the like little summary, or there is the entire World Anvil. There's no like there's either 2 pages or 60 pages. There's no like, now it's 60 pages that you can pick and choose what you read, but there's no like 10-page expanded sort of context, which I'm just wondering if that not being there is going to be a problem, you know? TB, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Welcome. Good to have you. I thought more would be evil. No, man. Heads of the group in the game. Long-term campaign. I'm reading the whole thing cover to cover. Short-term play test. I'll read the preface and then the interesting bits unique to the setting and just cannonball it. Fair. Yeah. Who's spending an hour in character creation? Baldur's Gate 3? I don't know, man. That's like, can you imagine? First time maybe, but you can explore all options. Yeah, that's fair. I guess that's a good point. People want to explore all options, but it's not like people aren't. That's a little misleading because people are spending an hour in customization, but they're not spending an hour customizing. If that makes sense. Try to convince Thorkin to be evil with me. Yeah, he would. I think part of why so many people assaulted the Grove is because it wasn't available during the early access. People who played the early access a lot would want to see what the new choices does. Oh, good point. That's a good point. I never played it during early access, so. With my copy of Journeys Through the Radiant Citadel, the first 2 pages are an overview of the world. The next 10 to 12 pages are fairly detailed about all the factions and new game mechanics, races, etc. So I wonder if I put... Oh, God, but if I'm using World Anvil as a resource, I wonder if I need that, you know? Probably not. But would anyone want it? Is the question. I doubt it. Because it would be additional... Oh my God. Okay, one second. I'm actually gonna go check on you. I'm like getting a little worried about her. Her like, she never barks like this. Like her anxiety is like really high today for some reason. And I'm just gonna make sure she's like actually okay and not like we don't have to take her to the fucking vet or some shit. And because that's like my priority today if I need to. So here be 1 second. don't know, man. I don't know what's wrong with her. She's like super anxious today. I don't know why. Something's up, something's wrong, and I don't know what's wrong with her, but she's trying to tell us something. So, we'll keep an eye on her. You ever had a campaign booked cover to cover? That's fair. I don't think I have either, to be honest. Character creation is way better in Final Fantasy 14. True. You ever played Black Desert? Eberron and Wildmont are pretty similar. You get the vibe in the first few pages. What is the... Okay, Wildmont's a great example here. Actually, maybe we should use this as our like guide. The Explorer's Guide to Wildmont, which is the Critical Role campaign setting. I don't have it, but how long and how deep and how detailed is the like introduction of like what the fuck is going on, the TLDR that you need to know to actually play the game? Are we talking a couple pages, or is it like you got to read most of the book? Here's the entire world anvil in this book. Because that would be a good like indicator of people being introduced to a new world for the first time. Do you recommend reading cover to cover for most people? I just kind of need the context to solidify the idea, crafting and campaign planning. Yeah, and like I also recognize that when people are playing games in Eldara, they're not going to play games in like true canon Eldara. They're going to play a game in their version of Eldara. They're going to take what they like, discard what they don't like. Maybe they're going to look at my book and be like, Evan, you don't have orcs. What do you mean, Evan? I always play an orc. Ah, shit. Well, guess what, Evan? There's orcs in Eldara now. I'm like, okay, sure, man. You know? So I understand people are going to change based on what they want and what they feel is valuable to their own gameplay. And I'm totally okay with that. I'm anticipating it. I'm expecting it. I don't expect anyone to want to, like, somebody will be a turbo nerd. Somebody out there, I don't know who, but somebody will be an absolute turbo nerd. One day, if I am worthy of their turbo nerding, somebody will be a turbo nerd for Eldara. And they'll make a proper in-world canonical Eldara that is as canon as I have outlined. But most people, the vast majority of people, will take pieces that they like, discard pieces they don't like, and that's by design, because that's what I would do with the setting. I was biased because I watched all of Critical Role 2, but I'm pretty sure it does a great job of explaining the vibe, people who may not be familiar. Well, how many like mechanics or systems or like things that are very unique to the Critical Role setting are there? Because I can't think of anything like there's no like explaining like magic as far as I know. Correct me if I'm wrong here, because I could be completely off base here, but I don't think there's anything particularly unique about Wildmont. Obviously, it's a unique retelling of like, you know, classic fantasy ideas, which is, you know, it's in itself an awesome uniqueness. But there's no like magic isn't particularly different. There are like deities and there's like basically the weave, you know, and there's like pact magic, and everything works basically how you would expect it to work in D&D. It's very much a based in D&D world, I think, right? Like Matt Mercer's not building Wildmont to be this like new fantasy concept or whatever. He's building a D&D world, a world that functions with D&D in mind, if I'm not mistaken. So there's not really any new concepts that you have to describe in depth in the Explorer's Guide, where you're like, okay, I have to try and explain the astral aura, or I have to explain the force, or I have to explain you know, metal fucking magic, or whatever Brandon Sanderson's bullshit is. You know, that's what I'm most interested in, is how much of that kind of shit do you need to explain to players and people. Grinch? Not a Grinch, unfortunately. A Relician feathered goblin monkey. One of the most feared and vile creatures on the Shattered Sea, Relic Coast area. Okay. And he's turning out marvelously. I mean, maybe there are like very deep, like unique concepts of how magic work. Actually, hold on, let me Google this. Does Wildemont have the weave? I should say Exandria, not Wildemont. Does Exandria have the weave? Weave lens. Huh. History of Exandria. I'm assuming it does use like magic, pretty standard practice. And that's like how do you explain the way magic works in in a new setting? Does it say Matt Mercer that voiced Titanfall 2? I have no idea. Never played Titanfall. Definitely unique in Wildemont, especially Roshan and the region with how souls and reincarnation work. Oh, cool. Okay. So that would be a good, an interesting thing to look at is like, well, how do they describe like how life and death and souls work? Like, how do you introduce players to that new concept, or how do they? You need your 2-page intro. Then you need 2-page on the Astral Sage, all the background details we talked about. The Astral Sage is the most unique and non-standard D&D thing you have. I think the Astral Aura is. The Sage is simply the way you interact with the Astral Aura. But like all magic is based off of the Astral Aura. The problem is though that I want the Astral Aura to be very mysterious. You know, understanding the Astral Aura is not something that you're going to get out of playing in Eldara for three weeks. The understanding what the secrets are of the Astral Aura are and how it works and how the mechanics of the world work at a deep level are something that you're going to need to play like a long time in the world as a payoff kind of thing. That's how I'm intending it. He looks like Salacious B. Crumb's cousin. Exactly, Synthale. Exactly. That is one of the highest compliments I could ever get paid on my design of the Crumb, because this was originally, Synthale, I created my Twitch account as a affiliate so like I could have a Salacious B. Crumb emote, which I made. But then I realized that I can't do that because my Twitch was getting bigger and bigger and bigger, and I was taking it more seriously, and I realized I couldn't do IP stuff. That was kind of lame. So I created the Realistian Feathered Goblin Monkey, similar to the Star Wars Quacky and Monkey Lizard that Salacious B. Crumb was. Because I do have a love for Salacious B. Crumb. I have a shrine dedicated to him with a figure of Salacious Crumb, one of the rare like limited edition numbered figures with him in C-3PO's head. I have Salacious Crumb graded cards. I have a Tim Rose signed photo. I got a Salacious Crumb love. So I made my own Crumb that captured the same energy, hopefully, but not the same legal problems. Metallurgy, Stormlight Allowance, Hemalurgy, Allomancy. Are these all Sanderson things? Quick skim, 1 paragraph for each nation, the war impact, a couple of tips on what kind of play works in the setting, how to run a war campaign, currency, seasons, date and time, the moons, the languages, the first 2 section. Chapter 1 goes in the history of the gods. Oh, okay, interesting. So do you think you need all of that to play in a new setting? Like, do you think that it's a mistake then to have an adventure first and then the campaign guide later? Or do you think that it's... Because I would do the campaign guide first if I had the ability to kickstart a $100,000 campaign guide or whatever. I don't know how much it would cost. Autocorrect change Allomancy to allowance. They didn't cover the intricacies of the Korean dynasty in the intro, and even encouraged to keep it a secret if the players don't know about it. Ooh. I think it's a good thing to say that, like, somewhere in the paragraph that there are many mysteries of the world and how the intricacies of magic work and even the greatest scholars don't have a full understanding of it. You know, the mystery of magic is an important component, because I think the D&D nerds sometimes want to understand every little thing about it, how something works. But like, I really think that like the Lord of the Rings approach to magic and to wonder, and a lot of like authors' approach to magic and wonder, is more effective for storytelling. Like, yes, you as a mage want to know exactly how you work. Oh, Gale's going to teach me how to maybe do gay magic things with him, which is great. Love Gale. That's cool. He's like, you know, imagine this and use the weave and wrap the weave around your never mind, and then, you know, that's fine. That's fine. I did that in my other playthrough. You know, I did my off-stream playthrough, my secret personal playthrough. But I don't want players to know how magic fully works, you know, in that way where you're like, well, you have a weave and you have this god giving you this, and you have ley lines that, you know, you pull out of your ass and do whatever, and then you have magic. The technical sort of way magic works, I want that to be something that is a payoff, especially astral aura related magic. So I wonder if there's a way to say to DMs like how do I adequately communicate to DMs that although normally people turbo nerd need to know everything, the way everything works, that's okay if things are a mystery in this game, in this setting so far. Leave things as a mystery. Why not? Allomancy and Hammerlurgy are its Mistborn. Stormlight is Stormlight Archives. Oh, there's actually a magic system called Stormlight. You haven't nailed. I'll say that this guy definitely looks like he has a slightly bigger evil streak than the OG Crumb. That was one of the nicest, most important things anyone has ever said to me about my art. This is an important day for me. All right, thank you for saying that. God damn. Besides, scares me how big is this guy in universe. Oh, your average Relician feathered goblin monkey is if we have our human here with there's your average human. Your average Relician feathered goblin monkey is in fact shoulder sized. So yeah, he's in fact shoulder sized. So that's not they're not imposing creatures. They're kind of little shit goblins. So yeah, no, they're not big. Don't worry about it. That's not a thing. They're not supposed to be difficult to you can put one across the room if you want. First, I understand how magic and the functioning of the universe exists within the narrative of the book I'm writing. Doesn't mean that I'm going to give the answer to everything, though. Some things are just unknown by perspective of people inside of it. Yeah, it's like the origin of Eldara. When you look up into the sky, and you have like, you look up into the night sky, and there's like mountains and shit in the background. You're like, wow, those mountains are so majestic. And you see the moon. You got a little moon over here. And then you see the world of Eldara, shining bright, white, beautiful, shimmering silver. And then you see in the background, maybe far away, there's like the world of Thorash. And then maybe in this time of the year, you can also see the world of like Domengrad or something in the background. And you can see these worlds in the sky at all times. What Eldara is depends on who you ask in the world. So yeah, it's one of those things that I'm okay with it being a mystery, like a capuchin. About there, yeah. Had a lot of mystery remain in my Realms of Eldar campaign, mostly because I don't want the contradict canon too much. And, yeah, and like I'm kind of, I mean, that's the thing. It's like, what do I need to say as far as how things work so that people can run a non-contradictory game if they want to? Like, here's a good thing that I need to figure out. Do gods exist? I don't know. Because part of me feels like deities with individuality, personality, and will kind of ruin narratives if they're interactable, right? And inherently, if you have people that use magic to these deities, they're kind of interactable. Like, what level can a cleric talk to their god? I forget what level spell it is, but it's like a high level spell where they have a very small chance of invoke divinity. Is it called? Channel divinity, invoke divinity. No, that's not. No, what is it called? Cleric commune. Fuck, I don't remember what it is. But at some point in time, if you're a high enough cleric, you can talk to your deity. And you'd be like, yo, what's up, homie? And your deity's like, not much, let's dap it up. And I don't like that. I don't necessarily like the ability for individuals and mortals to be able to talk to their deities, because it raises a question for me of why don't the deities interact with the world more? And if the deities do interact with the world, then why are you bothering to do anything? You know, that's like a problem that comes up with deities for me that I don't know how to handle in a compelling way. That I think is easier if deities are just non-interactable. Deities might be, oh, we pray to the life goddess mommy milkers, and that's who we pray to, and one day we'll be blessed by life energy and G fuel. And you're like, damn, what's up? That's pretty cool. But if your deity can come down and be like, hey, I'ma smite you, like, asshole, that's like, you know, it's like I like the way that World of Warcraft handled one deity in particular, because deities kind of do exist, we're pretty sure. But the moon goddess Elune is more or less a force of power that the night elves attribute to the moon goddess Elune. The Tauren attribute that moon power to, I'm pretty sure it's called Anshe, I could be mistaken. The other sort of like peoples within Warcraft than Azeroth have different stories and images and personalities and things for the moonlight power. And so does Elune have a personality? Well, they've kind of said yes now, that Elune is a thing, like a person, like Elune's like a chick and you can go see your OnlyFans. But before, like in like Warcraft 3, Elune was like this force that the Night Elves have made into a female deity. The Taurens had made into this spirit thing, and other people had attributed the power. So I kind of want to handle deities like that, where it's like the humans might have a pantheon. You can go see like Brosidon and Broadin and Broken and Broador and all the bros of the divine pantheon. But the dwarves have those as like the aspect of death and the aspect of life and the aspect of your mom and the aspect of Cheetos dust. And they all do this different things. They interact with higher powers. So it's fine to have higher powers and magic and divinity. But to say that like, this is Zeus, he's going to come down and do weird things to the cattle in your barn. And then he's going to turn you inside out and explode you. And you're like, damn it, Zeus, always come down here and ruining my day. I don't want to have that, if that makes sense. But I feel like inherently in D&D and Faerun and Forgotten Realms, deities do have personality. You can go see Bauhaumut, the Silver Dragon. Fuck, Gale in Baldur's Gate was talking about romancing the deity of magic, Mysteria or whatever, Mystara or some shit. So I don't like. I don't like the, you know, Church of Stacy's mom. Yeah, basically. Leave a lot of mystery is fantastic for DMs to keep flexibility, but maybe a clue or give suggestions as to what direction it should be heading, like the Shattering in Eberron. Canonically, no one knows the reason, but the suggestion that they give tie into particular turmoil rather than the supernatural or extraplanar. That's really, yeah, that's a great idea. Because you can sort of say like, hey, it's you know, people who are very well versed in the astral aura will be able to tell you that it is something that comes from external space and is pulled to Teleria. And so it's like, sure, and it is not necessarily the result of like a deity, for instance. It's not gifted to Teleria. It's an astral aura that is inherently created by, you know, something deep in the cosmos or whatever. The belief in them is real. The magic comes from a source, and we spend our time arguing over how real the god actually is. And I think that's a great way of handling a fantasy deity, you know? Telling me you need to run a closed alpha based on the outcome, decide whether gods exist, not only for or not for the open beta. Oh no. Oh man. God damn it. Then how do I have the microtransaction tier at the Kickstarter where someone can make a deity? We already deified Ella. We deified Ella Blackwood, unfortunately. Thank God we didn't have to deify Yuna. Like, that would just make things a whole lot more complicated for me if I had to deify my dog, which I don't think she's barking anymore, so I feel better about this. My concern over her barking, I went down and I sat with her for a little while, and I pet her and put her on her belly, or on her back, and scratched her belly for a bit. And she actually seemed to calm down a little bit. And Ella and I just sat with her for a minute. So something's bothering her today, and I don't know what, and I'm still kind of concerned about what it is, but she seemed to be better, at least. Looking back, Minako. God call, 1 in 100 chance they listen. Didn't that happen in, like, in Critical Role Season 1? Didn't what's the fucking gnome? Pike? Didn't she, like, call to, like, what was Pike's deity? Didn't she, like, call to Saloon or some shit, and the god answered? And Matt was being all, like, pretty and feminine and godly and shit when he was voice acting it? I don't remember if that happened or not. Maybe I dreamed that. I think I'm losing my mind anyway, because I was sure I bought Ella a pair of earrings years ago, and Ella insists that I never did. We even checked her jewelry box and, like, previous order receipts and stuff at, like, midnight in bed while we're just like, we can't go to sleep until we figure this out. And I think I'm crazy now. So maybe I'm just remembering things wrong. It's possible. Yeah, wait, was that the Divine Gate? She did Divine Intervention, and Serenade punched the White Dragon. Divine Intervention. Wait, is that a spell? Is that spell I'm thinking about? D&D Cleric Divine Intervention. Divine Intervention is not simple as ability. Some other classes features in D&D. There are too many written rules. What is Divine Intervention? No, I don't want your ad. 10th level cleric spell. Yes, this is a okay. 10th level cleric ability. Classes can unlock and use. You're essentially call your chosen deity and implore them to help you in your current situation. The player needs to describe the assistance they would like. They need to roll a % die. If the roll is equal to or lower than the cleric's level, the deity then intervenes. But if this is where things can get a bit complicated. The exact nature of this intervention is determined by the DM, and in most cases it would be appropriate to use the effect of any cleric spell or ability, but this is really up to the DM. The intervention could even have a negative impact depending on the deity, situation, and the dungeon master's mood. I love that. And the DM's fucking mood. How hungry the DM is. It's like if you're a cleric and you're casting Divine Intervention, you better have bought your fucking D&D pizza or your DM pizza before playing D&D that night. And once the cleric reaches 20th level, call for Divine Intervention will always succeed without a need to roll for it. But once the feature is used, it cannot be called again for 7 days or until after a long rest. It's hard to say exactly what Divine Intervention is or can be because it's so dependent on the context of the moment, but broadly speaking, it's a chance for a cleric to deal some major damage in battle or get out of a sticky situation elsewhere. When it works, it can be very useful. When it doesn't work, it's usually harmless. In practice, Divine Intervention is a class feature that it's really there to enrich the roleplay of the cleric. It gives the player a chance to directly communicate with their chosen deity in a meaningful way, and depending on the situation, this could either be a great or terrible thing for everyone around them. This is like allowing wish in your games. I swear to God, man. Level 20 clerics need to fucking calm down. I don't remember it punching the dragon though. I remember Pike casting Divine Intervention or whatever, but I don't remember any dragon punching. Do you think it'd be really outdated and no one would care if I did Pike fan art? Like if I was gonna do Critical Role fan art and I did Pike and Grog or just Pike, I wonder if anyone would fucking care. Pike was the best, man. I feel like Ashley Johnson is my favorite role player in the current campaign. Or Fern is my favorite character, maybe. That's what I'm trying to say. I can't remember the name of the character for a minute there. But some people don't like Fern. I think Fern's great. I mean, not dislike, but just it's not their favorite, you know? Which is a weird champ. Wait, did my sound just die? My music just died for me on my headphones. Did it died for anyone else? Wait, really? What's up, Wolf? D&D art stream? We're doing it today. My sound died, but my microphone didn't die. Let me... wait, what? Let me try restarting Spotify. Spotify. Because weirdly, my mixer, my audio mixer, was still detecting like sound. Oh, okay. All right, we back. We back. We back. Thanks for the follow, Wolf. Appreciated that. Thanks, dude. Welcome. We are drawing the Relistine Feather Goblin Monkey right now. We're doing some monster concept art today, and talking about whether or not we, for the adventure that we're writing right now, whether or not we include deities. Also, what's up, Buldreo? The upcoming season for Legend of Vox Machina could be a chance for attraction, to be honest. What is Pike's design, like my most recent design? Because I really liked Pike. Critical Role Pike, not Poke. Pike. Let's see. Where's the official art? These are great though. Like I love paladins and clerics and shit, dude. It's like Pike's like a mini Amelia. Mini Amelia Hearthwood. Maybe I should do a piece of Pike fan art with the new season coming up. Yeah, you're right. That'd be good. That'd be good timing. Oh, that's sick. That's fucking dope. This is really good, actually. This is beautiful. Yeah, we'll do peace then. Maybe I just might. She's a war cleric? Of course. Of course. Oh god, I need to now think about doing actual rules for the Relistine Feather Goblin Monkey. And making them like CR1. CR1 half. CR point decimal 5. Or point decimal 05. Point decimal 0 decimal 1 CR. Let's do the other arm first. I did forget that there was a new season coming up. I still haven't watched any of the other seasons, to be honest. I've been waiting. I don't know what I've been waiting for. I've been waiting to want to, you know? I do that with me. I don't know if anyone else does this with like media. Like, I still haven't watched Tales of the Jedi from Star Wars. I haven't finished Bad Batch because I like don't want to. I don't know. I can't explain why. There's certain things that I just, you know, I just don't, I'm just not in the mood, or I'm just not feeling it, and I want to wait until I am. Make sense? There's CR 1/8. Oh, we need like CR 0.001 1/8. Everyone's favorite blonde woman in heavy armor? Well, is it? Shit. Shit. That's not true. Ella had silver hair. Yeah, what do you mean blonde? You get the big fat Buddha bellies. The pudginess is important for the Goblin Monkey. They're furry all over except for their disgusting necks and their nose. I don't know why I decided the neck too, but The lankiness is important too. Can't make them too buff. They have to look like they can hold themselves up from trees and shit, but not that they're like gorilla strength, strong or anything. Watch Legend of the Lost Alchemy so many times, really? Is there 2 seasons out now? Like fully out on Amazon Prime? That's a lot of episodes, man. I don't know if I can watch 2 full fucking seasons of Critical Role Legend of Vox Machina. But maybe it'd be fun to be caught up for the season 3 if it's coming out soon or whatever. Or do we say, was it season 3 or season 2 that's coming out? Okay, yeah, 2 seasons, okay. No news on when 3 drops? Uh-oh. I'll just wait for my Pike Trickfoot fan art then. I wonder how big the Critical Role Rule 34 scene is. I don't know why I'm wondering that now, but I just... Now that they have an animation out officially, like, damn. And they score as well. Welcome in, Wolf. Welcome to Dragon's Claim. I hope you enjoy your stay. There are free drinks at the tavern. Not great drinks, but there's free drinks at the tavern. Free repairs for all guild members from the guild blacksmith. And the quest board is being updated daily. We're most honored to have you, my friend. Is there really that much similarity? Hold on, is there really that much similarity in Amelia and Ella's design? I feel like they're very different designs, aren't they? I haven't actually looked at Amelia's design or Ella's design in a long time. I was thinking about doing a color pass on Ella's design, but I don't know if it would like. It's like I wonder if it's like too old and like out of date. Yeah, like there's too much reliance on the hatching in this design. Like Amelia, you notice it's a lot more. It's a lot lighter, and it utilizes this fill layer that I started doing. This like dark, different like wash layers. But Ella, I didn't have that. So like you look at the cape, and it's like, how do I communicate a dark material cape or cloak or whatever? And I have to do that, and also like shine in the metal. Like Amelia, I don't have much this reflective shine. Jesus, I'm trying, man. I'm trying to. But the Ella piece, I do. So I don't think I could actually colorize this, and it would actually look good. But do I have a style, man? Am I that predictable? Now I'm self-conscious after what Viddy said. Do I just draw like tall knightly characters with blonde hair? Oh no. Should I not draw Pike? Will this be bad for me? Would this actually be just on brand? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Now you're good, Viddy. You're just making me think. Is this something you really want to know? Yeah, honestly. I wouldn't have asked Viddy. I mean, I'm pondering, I'm musing it. I'm not going to go searching for it, but... I mean, maybe out of sheer curiosity. No, I won't. Never mind. No, I won't. Did I try the soup? Don't try the soup. It's not worth it. It's confirmed, I guess there'll be 4 seasons. 1 Briarwood, 2 and 3 Chroma Conclave, and 4 the Whispered one. Ooh. Damn. Damn. But I wonder if they'll do a season 2, like Critical Role season 2 or campaign 2, animated series. Because as far as I knew, Critical Role campaign 2 is way more popular than campaign 1. And I wonder how much of that is because people legitimately liked it more versus like campaign 2 started with like Critical Role's full production and was already popular. And so less people have gone back and watched campaign 1 because it's like harder to get into, because you watch like the first early days of Geek and Sundry Critical Role and it's like kind of hard to get through, you know? For like the first like 30 episodes or something, you know? It's the person who drew a blue-skinned Oni. That's true. Actually, that piece did really well on Twitter. I'm pleased with how the reception. People liked it. There was like, yeah, I don't know. This was good. This was This was a good one. Maybe I'll post it on Instagram too. That's true. See, I can do different stuff. I can do varied characters, I guess. Maybe. I can draw a cat for Aduria. How many other iconic D&D classes do you know? I think they should give you all the context you need. Or iconic D&D characters. Yeah, I mean, maybe. Maybe you're right. They're doing a Mighty Nine. Oh, so they are doing a Mighty Nine. Okay, interesting. Are we excited about the Mighty Nine? Is the question. Is it going to have the same or better reception as Legend of Vox Machina? Because I think a lot of the Critical Role like fan base that like knows of season 1, knows of the season 1 characters, but doesn't necessarily know the stories. So it actually makes a lot of sense for them to do an animated series, right? Thank you, The Red Witch. Ooh. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Welcome. Honored to have you, my friend. Like, I wonder if people know it and know the first campaign, and they know the characters, and they know the basic gist, but they don't actually, since they didn't watch it, they like the animated series fills them in. But I wonder if a Mighty Nine series wouldn't do as well because everybody's already seen it. You know? You drive your D&D character? Excellent. What kind of character do you have? What are we drawing today? I think the Mighty Nine have a ton of potential for more fun and chaotic art and story style. That's true. Wait, why do you think that over like what about the original sort of Vox Machina do you think doesn't lend itself to that? I'm curious. Not saying you're wrong, I'm just curious as to the reason for that opinion. So I think I get where you're coming from. I'm just trying to figure out why. I don't even know, even though I agree. Vox Machina is fun, but has a pretty serious undertone. You think that's it? Does it? For me, Vox Machina was more of a classic like fantasy story, but it still felt kind of ridiculous. This is like a game still with like Scanlan in it and shit like that, you know? I never really got a much darker undertone from it, or serious or whatever. I just thought that it was more archetypical, but I use that word too much when I'm talking about Critical Role. So watch campaign 1 twice, campaign 2, just started my second and up to date on campaign 3. I am not up to date on campaign 3. I am, where am I? What were they doing in campaign 3? They just left wherever the city is with Treshy. That's where I'm at in campaign 3. So they're on the airship with Treshy going somewhere right now. That's where I'm at. But I don't know. I'm like a little apprehensive about campaign 3 because like didn't the party is the cast not doing it anymore? Because like a couple times that I've tuned into the live stream, I'm seeing a whole bunch of people on the cast that I like have no idea who they are, and they're there for like weeks, which is like cool. But like, are certain members of the cast like not on the show anymore? I think it lies in how traditional the party's composition is. Yeah, that's why I say it's more like classic fantasy, you know? You just not seen episode 85 of campaign 1? Yeah, I don't remember what episode 85 is. I'm not gonna remember the individual episodes, unfortunately. That's what it is. Classic / traditionalism. 2's kind of pushed the envelope and how vibrant the characters could be outside of expectations. Yeah, I think yeah, that's a good way of wording it, I think. I still preferred the campaign 1 characters in Critical Role. I preferred campaign 1 over campaign 2. But you know, that's just me. I'm a weirdo apparently. I'm fine being the strange one out. All right, little belly. This hairy little belly button. This hairy little paunch. They have to be fuzzy. There are also different colors of goblin monkeys too. We haven't covered that yet. The party got split. They have a little arc with each side. So okay, so that's why they brought in other people. Are they like, how long did it last? Because I thought it lasted for like what seemed to be like every time I checked their live stream, there was like people I didn't recognize on there for like months. Was it 6-7 episodes each? Okay, so that's a long time though. That's like 12 to 14 episodes of the party being split. What if they just needed a break or something? Are they like back? Is the whole party back together now and like caught up campaign 3? Why did it lose you, Duria? Two episodes isn't a long. I thought the first couple episodes were fine. What was it about it that put you off? If you want to say, I mean, like, I don't know. If it just didn't have the right vibe for you, that's fair. But was there something specific that you can point to and say like, yeah, this was like dumbass shit that get your robots out of my D&D game, Critical Role. Fresh cut grass, more like fresh cut ass. Or was it something that was just the general vibe for you? You're looking to AD&D 2nd edition Diablo 2 mod, or was that just to pretend? I wish it was. I played a long time ago in high school. I played a D&D like there was a book that I got for 3.5. I'll show you. Check this shit out. So this book I bought in high school. I think you're right. So this book I bought in high school. This is a 3rd edition. Ooh, there's a lot of glare on them. Sorry. This is in like plastic wrap in a bag, so that's why. But this is, oh, there we go. This is the World of Warcraft, the role-playing game Dungeons and Dragons mod book that we bought in 3rd edition. And played the shit out of, and I'm pretty sure yes, I'm aware this isn't WoW, not D2. So the thing is, we played this in high school, and we decided what other Blizzard games were there, and so we found a mod for Diablo 2 and StarCraft, but they were 3rd edition. I don't know if they had actual books like this, if they were actual like printed books, but I know that they had. They were in like PDF form. I'm trying to remember now. But for 2nd edition, I don't think so. I think they were for 3rd edition or 3.5. God, what were they? I don't think they were books. Fuck. All right. I don't know. Maybe imagine it. Maybe not. I have no idea. But could have been real. Cool story, bro. Wow. I just got cool story, bro, in my own chat. All right. Careful. Careful. You'll get banned by the mods. They don't like that shit, man. They have a 10-person table at the end of that. I have seen it, but haven't seen social media posts. So are they back together now? Like the whole party? Like they're good? Did they other characters join their game? Or what? Last episode, what? Okay, why did you guys not like it? Like actually, legitimately. It becoming controversial, I guess, but the declaring pronouns felt super forced to me. Yeah, I get that. Then half the party continuing from the summer game that we were told wasn't going to be canon, then it was bait and switch, Travis leaving. Oh, okay, so that was annoying, I'll admit. When they said there was like a 5 or 8 episode miniseries that you had to watch to like understand who the fuck these people were. I'm trying to remember, was it like a one shot or was it like a small series? What was the name of it? Was it Alexandria Unlimited or United or something? that Fern, Dorian, and Liam's character, Xandria Unlimited. How long was it though? Was it like a one shot or was it like a whole thing? Scrum playable race. You can't play as a Scrum. They're not smart enough. I can never finish my sentence. I blame my fingers. I understand. Typing's annoying. EXU is one that came from. I tried watching the limited campaign, couldn't do it. 5 to 6. Party back together and just the main party. Okay, so the other guest characters were just like in for a little while. They were just chilling, right? They were not like, this is not like a full on. We got a whole party now. We got like more players. We're subbing in because like I was sure when Travis's character died that Travis himself was just like gonna leave the campaign because they were like there were people talking about it at the time in chat. I don't remember who, but people in like this stream were saying like, oh, rumor has it like the Critical Role cast isn't going to be doing Critical Role anymore. They're like done with it or whatever. And so when his character died, I was like, he's gone, isn't he? Like this is just over, isn't like Travis is no longer in the game, right? He started the game with them to start the campaign. They're gonna kill him off, and then he's just gonna be gone, right? So I was very happy to see him bring in a new character. I just don't understand why they killed him off his character, because that seemed planned and forced to me. That did not seem like a happenstance of the game where where so-and-so character might die, you know? 5-6 thought it was all summer. EXU was pre-season 3, then campaign 3 began. EXU Calamity is pre-Calamity. This is so confusing. I don't know. There's too many campaigns I have to watch and keep up with. No, I can't do it, man. I think that was a mistake. I think that was a big mistake having those characters in and like continue on through to the next campaign. I think that was a big mistake. I think if you're starting a big season, a new season of Critical Role, a new season of whatever, I don't think that you should include characters from that need. Although, hold on. Anyone who I guess saw EXU, do you think that EXU was required to understand the full context of who the fuck these 3 characters were, or 4 characters, or whatever it was? Because it was Liam's character, it was Fern, it was Dorian, but Dorian doesn't matter because Dorian wasn't really a thing. Liam, Fern, Dorian. Was it just the 3 of them that came over? Like, do you think EXU was necessary to understand who they were? Because there was some, as somebody who hasn't seen it, I feel like there was a little bit of like, they were all best buddies, but I don't know why. But at the same time, like, Ashton and Fresh Cut Grass were best buddies. And I didn't know why. But that was fine, because it's like, all right, they're just friends. Or like Laudna and Laura Bailey, were Imogen. We're best buddies and we didn't know why. And so it's kind of like, okay, well, do you need like, I guess you don't need a campaign to understand who like their characters were or whatever. So maybe EXU isn't that bad, but I feel like, you know what? Okay, technically it was fine, but I think from like a vibe gut check, it's a bad idea. Do you get what I mean? That's not very well worded. No, not required at all. The character's weird. One of those few entering characters in season 3. Yeah. Mercer came on social media and said that it was planned. That's so weird, man. In my first ever D&D character, dice tray. And to this day, I haven't regretted that choice, nor have I ever used a dice tray. Yeah, as long as it's not dice tower. New D&D players / watchers here, and Critical Role intimidates me so hard. So, well, first of all, Red Witch, welcome to D&D. We're happy to have you. We're honored even. If you have any questions about the game, D&D players are always very, we take it as a responsibility to like help new players as much as we possibly can. More than like a lot of other games or other like, I don't know, small communities, I guess, on the internet. So if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to the stream, to chat, to anybody. You know, people are very receptive to it, and we're happy to have you. Critical Role is intimidating, I think, if you... This is the thing, man. It's like, exactly. Do you need to watch Xandria Unlimited to understand who these characters are? No, but it adds this sense of FOMO, and that to me is that Red Witch has a great word there, intimidating. where it feels like I need to watch this thing now, and I need to know this thing, I need to know this thing, I need to know that thing. Who are these characters? Who is all this? I would say if you want to get into Critical Role, which I would say just jump on the episode 1 of season 1, 2, or 3. You know, see what you like, and you don't need to worry about any additional context or whatever, and you can watch as much as you want or not, and just treat it as a cool background thing. It's like a really it's a lot of fun to watch Critical Role, but it is intimidating. I agree, especially because so many people take it so seriously. Like, I'm not a diehard like critter or whatever. I watch Critical Role very casually, but there's so much about it then that I have no idea what's going on. Don't you ever been a better first season episode of a game ever? Really? That's a high praise, man. We're all here to help and figure out Critical Role together. Yeah, it's a community project to try and figure out exactly how the fuck to interpret Critical Role. God damn, man. Meanwhile, I'm just sitting here rendering. Wait, where is it? What is it? What is this line? Uh-oh. 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 Oh no, how did this happen? When did I make this line through my... Oh, it's okay, it's okay, it's okay, it's okay. I can repair this. I can make it look like it was never there.
Wanna be
I can
in the
fix
majority? It. Start in C2. Are you traditional? C1. Do you like hot takes? C3.
That's actually pretty that's pretty insightful. My personal favorite, Rich, was season 1. I think season 1 is the most classically Dungeons and Dragons. It's the most classic fantasy. If you like fantasy as a setting, as a genre, like if you like things like the Lord of the Rings and Game of Thrones and fantasy as a whole like that, season 1 I think is the best one to start. But the problem is the first 30 or so episodes of season 1 were done before Critical Role got like big and serious. So it has a lot of charm to it because it's just like a bunch of friends sitting around playing D&D. It's not a big production, but the problem is their production quality is a little bit low. So like their sound is sometimes a little bit bad. The music sometimes a little not balanced. So if you have a tolerance for that, if it's not super off-putting, then I would say start and watch the entirety of season 1 if you're like a traditional fan. But if you want to be like current and like up to date with everybody and be like part of the crew or whatever, then you could start season 2 or season 3. But you know, don't feel like you need to watch the whole thing or anything like that. Just enjoy it at whatever pace you want. It is not supposed. It is intimidating, but it's not designed to be. So it's just kind of an unfortunate side effect. Here's the advice. Got caught bits of it from when it started at the beginning, and you see all in a few years, I guess. Yeah, see in a couple of years. Hopefully, I'll be done season 3 by then. Hopefully, you'll be done season 1. We'll meet back up and talk about it. I'll tell you if season 3 is worth watching, and you tell me what your thoughts on season 1 were, and we'll have a conversation in 2026. Wait until after the Craghammer arc starts season 1. Maybe, yeah. Keep in mind, Chetney is a character he played in a Christmas one-shot. He tried to kill Santa.
Damage,
yeah.
Press 4 for Calamity.
No.
For all other options,
no.
press 8.
I have not watched Calamity, but everybody says that it's like this big fucking deal. You want some emotional damage. You want like I kind of want somebody to spoil me and tell me what happens. Why is it such an emotionally damaging like thing? Like I'm not gonna watch it. I'm not going to. I can't even keep up with the main Critical Role entry. But people like refuse to spoil it for me. They refuse. They're like, no, you have to watch it, man. I'm not telling you anything about it. You have to watch it yourself. It's like it's not gonna happen, bro. But I'm so curious as to why everyone says this like big deal, you know? I'm sure there's something there for it, but I won't ever know then, I guess, because I'm not, unfortunately, gonna have the time to spend on it. I put on Critical Role when I'm working at that desk right there. I put my iPad right there on my big sketch pad. I put it right there, and I put Critical Role on, and I'll watch it while I'm drawing. I won't ever watch it at this computer while I'm working digitally for some reason. I don't know why. You want spoiled? Yeah, why is it? I mean, not in chat.
Watch Evan Blair art on Twitch, Tuesdays through Fridays, 10 a.m. Mountain Time.
Damn, that's you got the Mountain Time in there. Oh shit, Daria. Thanks, bro. Thanks 100 bits, man. Yeah, damn. That's Shit. That's some good advice, bro. Yeah, I do want it spoiled. I want to know why why everyone made such a big deal about it. But I don't want it in chat because look, I don't care much about spoilers, but I know some people really do. I don't care if like the only thing I don't want spoiled right now is Baldur's Gate. That's the only thing I don't want spoiled for me. Part of it is kind of been spoiled just because you see Twitter posts about shit and whatever. But I don't want it spoiled too much. But I understand that some people like haven't watched certain Critical Role shows or whatever, don't want them spoiled even like years later, so I try and be respectful of that. We tend to have a rule like we won't talk about something like a movie for like at least a couple of weeks after it releases, and we won't talk about a game or spoilers from a game until like a couple of months after it releases. Critical Role is like a weird one where we just tend to not spoil Critical Role at all. Like when I was trying to tell Minako where I was in campaign 3, I was trying to figure out what is a not very spoilery thing to say. It's like, oh, I'm here after so and so just died. It's like, well, okay, chill. You know. So I said like that's where they're traveling with Treshy, and that's not much. It's a kind of a spoiler, but not much of a spoiler. I feel like. I appreciate DM it to you. Please do. Tell me why everyone loses their mind over Calamity. Why is it like this emotional roller coaster that people are always freaking out about? Is like the best D&D emotional story ever told. I'm legitimately curious, even though I'm never going to watch it because I just don't have the fucking time. Not because it's not worth it or not because I don't think it's good. I legitimately don't have the time for it. That's like a big problem with D&D, especially like having friends that run D&D shows. It's like I have no idea what's going on in Careful Cantrip. I don't even remember all the characters' names in Careful Cantrip. Do I watch it almost every week? Yup. I can't keep track of that shit. Keeping track of a D&D show is like, it's a lot, man. It's why if I ever run a D&D live play show, it will be no more than 4 to 6 games or weeks per campaign. Because like Witch came in here and said that Critical Role is intimidating. I agree. When there's like 80 episodes of campaign 3, 150 episodes of campaign 1, 700 episodes of campaign 2, you're like, damn, bro, like where's the new starting point? I got excited about campaign 3 because I hadn't kept up on campaign 2, and I was like, all right, I'm ready to get back into it. I think that for my personal choice, if I'm going to run a live play D&D game, I will 100% do it with streamer friends of mine, so they all have good audio equipment, and ask them to commit for 5 to 7 weeks, and that's it. So that viewers and players and myself, no one has to feel like they're in it for more than like a little while. Ads are getting really ridiculous on Twitch. The unsubscribed version or un-Twitch turboed version of Twitch is becoming unwatchable. So much so that I'm making the official announcement I'm moving to KickTube. That's right, Kick and YouTube simultaneously streaming whilst on Facebook and TikTok. No. It is rough. But thank you, Aduria, for the gifted sub to Eye of the Night. I appreciate that. Knight, welcome back to the Dragon's Claim for another month, my friend. You now have the ad-free viewing experience that only Aduria can provide. So thanks, Aduria. I appreciate that, man. Also, Aduria, I was watching your Baldur's Gate game last night. I remember if it was last night or the night before. And I was enjoying my stay thoroughly. But I was just working through it, so thanks for streaming Baldur's Gate, man. It's a good time. Wow, wait, wow, what? I'm not allowed to watch Baldur's Gate? Chill, dude. I like the Western one they ran a while back. The Western one was good. What was it called? Like Undeadwood or whatever? I really like that one player. What's her name? She's Symmetra's voice actress. I forget what her name is, but that was last night. Okay. See, here's the thing. I don't remember. I can remember that I was like watching a streamer doing something like late at night recently, but I never remember. And I'm always cautious of saying like, "Oh, last night your stream was great," because then people are like, "I didn't stream last night. Must have been the day before," and I'm like, "Oh, fuck, shit, my bad." So I've learned to just stop being specific now, you know? The Baldur's Gate, but I'm refusing to play it off stream, so I haven't made much progress. I know, and I think that's really cool. Because it's like legitimately your first like reaction to everything. Are you streaming it again tonight? Or what? I'll be honest, I have no fucking clue what your schedule is. I have zero idea what your fucking schedule is, man. So planning to? Alright. Alright. I'll probably be there again. Sick. Alright, I think we're adequately describing the texture on him. You ever take the time to read the Candela quick start? I have not. So I watched part of the first episode of Candela and I really liked it. And I'm gonna make time to watch the entire series. So I think I like the vibes of Candela. I would, you know, I think they should have released Candela, or maybe, okay, maybe not, they shouldn't have. I think if they are still doing Candela around Halloween, I think actually, no, fuck it. They should have released Candela around Halloween. I like the sort of dark spookiness of Candela, and they should have released it in the fall. They should have waited till the fall to do it, and it would have hit so much better than it does in the middle of summer. So I'm really excited this fall to cozy up and watch Candela when it's all spooky and dark out and the leaves are dead and shit. And go, what the fuck? When did it start raining? Ah, my windowsill is soaked. Fuck. Oh well. My scheduling is going to be absolutely trash next week, starting that swing job again, so I can't stream during the week anymore. Damn, bro. Damn, man. Well, that's cool. Hope it works out, even if you can't stream during the weeknights. They've announced a season 2 of Candela. Oh man. I hope it's different characters so that if you didn't watch the original Candela, you can keep up with it. Okay. All right. Fuzziness complete. We're good. Report on Calamity's been left in your DMs. All right, let's see. Okay, why is Calamity such an issue? Let me read this real quick. Okay. All right. Oh. Okay, that's cool. Yeah, that's cool. I forgot that it was done by a different person. I forgot that it wasn't Matt Mercer that DM'd it. To be fair, I don't think I've ever watched a certain... Thank you, Viddy. That actually sheds a lot of light on it. I don't think I've ever watched a single Brennan Lee Mulligan game or event or whatever. I think I was going to, because I think somebody in my chat was being really obnoxious about Brennan Lee Mulligan's the best. Brennan Lee Mulligan, you gotta watch Brennan Lee Mulligan. And I'm like, all right, fine, I'll go watch it. And I think I went to like the website and it wanted me to pay for it. And I was like, it's like, you need College Humor Premium or something like that. And I was like, no, I'm not gonna watch this. I'm done. I think that's how it went, but I don't know for sure. People do certainly get fucking annoying about Brennan Lee Mulligan, though. But I think that people have that, like, cult of personality over, like, Matt Mercer, Mulligan. Definitely. Some people are, like, deep into the sauce with, like, D&D influencers and personalities and stuff, which is kind of weird. I don't know. I don't really understand it. But maybe it's just a reverence for them, I guess, what they do. It's probably well deserved, but it is still obnoxious sometimes, I think. That's basically us with you. That is untrue. Even in the deepest, dankest memes. Don't know any of y'all being like, "Yo, you checked out Evan Blair, other D&D streamer? You need to talk to Evan Blair. Dude, you need to go watch Evan Blair art. He's the best DM that has ever lived. Oh my god, Evan Blair art made me cry. He made me ugly cry when he killed off that one person that what? No, relax. People get something about some of these DMs online. Brandley Mulligan and Matt Mercer, man, they are way more famous and way too like revered for their own good. I mean, great for them. I have nothing against them. They're probably fantastic. Clearly, they deserve what they get, but it is just kind of funny that it's like Naruto. Naruto's not a bad anime, but Naruto fans maybe never want to watch anime or Naruto. And I feel like I maybe never gave Brennan a chance because Brennan Lee Mulligan fans were just the most obnoxious people in my chat for like a good almost 7 months. And I just was kind of like off put by it. And I recognize that. Some Dimension 20 campaigns that are free on YouTube. I mean, maybe I'll check it out then. If I can watch it for free, maybe. I'm not paying for fucking College Humor or whatever premium to watch a D&D show. None of my friends will hang out with me anymore because I won't stop saying, OMG, you have to watch Evan. What do you mean? Your friends are the mods. What do you mean your friends want you? Dude, this fucking guy, holy shit. Damn. I didn't realize you were such a loyal viewer, man. Who knew? Who knew I had viewers, bro? I thought I had people that came to the stream every once in a while to drop a meme and then lurk. I didn't realize I actually had viewers. Holy shit. Maybe one day I'll even gain a fan. The Rick and Morty effect, but Brennan? Yes! Fuck, that's exactly it! That's exactly it, the Rick and Morty effect. Because Rick and Morty's funny. It's not a bad show. But the Rick and Morty fans, oh my god.
I'm more than a loyal viewer. I'm an influencer.
You've influenced me, Guapo. Thanks 100 bits, man. A little curious is if they can weave together a good story with players that hold my imagination. I'm in. There it is, man. Yeah. Candela will have Travis as a player and not DM by Matt. I will watch Candela then, season 2. That is sick, Minako. Travis is my favorite player. I think Travis is the best as an experienced DM, as somebody who's been playing D&D for 20 years. I identify Travis as the best RPer at the table. Travis is the most selfless RPer. All right. There's not to say that selfish RP is the opposite of selfless RP, but some players are selfless RPers. They are supporting RPers that highlight everyone around them, and Travis is that. Travis is, you never get a sense of ego from him. You never get. Travis is, I think, the most skilled and adept role player at the table. And so I will much more likely watch a Critical Role campaign with Travis in it than not. Not to say anyone else is bad. It's just that Travis is so good. It's not like right. It's like your DM at home isn't bad, but Matt Mercer is just great. So you talk about how great Matt Mercer is. Laura Bailey, fucking Ashley, the rest of them, they're not bad. It's just Travis is just phenomenal. Travis is the kind of RPer that makes the DM's life easier, which is why I like it. The other pros and cons of Travis is incredibly supportive. Yeah, that's why I love is that I will favor the supportive role players more than the like individual storytellers, because the GM, the supportive role players, make your game more fun to be in for everyone, DM included. And Travis hates horror. He's so easy to scare. I didn't know that. That's actually kind of funny. I'm down, man. Most critical role players have something they can be molded after as a new player, in my opinion. Most critical players have something that can be modeled after. Okay, molded. I read that wrong. Modeled after. Yeah, true. Definitely. 100%. All I ever want from my players is engagement. I don't need them to do crazy voices. I don't need you to have a massive backstory. All I ever want from my players is engagement. And all the Critical Role casts are really good at that. Partly because they're actually all really good friends and they want to tell really cool stories together. It's one of the reasons that I think one of the most important things for telling a good D&D story and playing a good D&D game is to be friends with your group. If you ain't friends with your group, I don't know, man. I don't know what to tell you. It's gonna be harder. You're not gonna like trust your players, your fellow players as much. You're not gonna like interact with them in more of a confident way, because you're not close with them. So why would you? But when you're friends with your players or with your fellow players, man, it's so much easier. And then when the players are interactive and engaged, the DM has an easier time. And because like D&D is a very draining activity for me if my players are not engaged. It doesn't mean that I hate my player, like when players aren't engaged or players that are more quiet or passive. But if you are a more quiet or passive player, it does take more effort from me. It's more draining and taxing for me to run a game for you. It's not that I don't like to. It's just the truth. It means that there'll be exhaustion will occur quicker. But if players are very engaged and are like sort of running part of the game themselves, and that comes from engagement, then it means that I am looking for reference for discussing little monkey paws right now, by the way. I think I found them. It means that it's much easier for me as a GM, right? Wasn't there a haunted house thing they made him go through? It's pretty funny. I never saw that. Travis is also an EXU and is also the only non-caster. Oh shit. Wait, they're all casters? Lame? No barbarians? No big swords? Ugh. Gross. Watched Critical Role before playing, and I saw players who were respectful, gave other players time at the table, didn't have to ego, or if they did, they apologized soon after. Yeah, ego is the thing that'll kill your D&D experience fastest. If you need to be the guy, some people play D&D because they need to be the guy, and I recognize that. Like early on with a player, and there's some players that I won't play with. Players that like are playing D&D because they need to be the guy. I really dislike playing with them, and I try and avoid it as much as possible. But I get it. Like some people, you know, you never know what's going on in someone's life. Sometimes someone just wants to play D&D so they can be the guy. But it's how disruptive is their endeavor to become the guy. How disruptive is that endeavor to the rest of the players, or how cringy and annoying is it? That's the real question. I never draw the crumb hands big enough. It's always a mistake. Alright. That's better. Just commissioned an artist on fire for my next character, a satyr monk with one arm. Alright. Well. Sounds good. Hope that the singular arm doesn't cause any troubles. That's a cool idea, though. A satyr, though. How many people play satyrs? I don't think I've ever played a satyr, to be honest. Fiverr, ew. Look, man, I don't want to shame people for using Fiverr. Is Fiverr an affront? Is it the second most offensive thing someone can say to me besides that they got their character art from AI art? Yes. But people, you know, people want what they want, and I'm not gonna shame them for it, so it's fine. I ain't mad. We're gonna be respectful of, you know, where everyone gets their art from, Knight. We're gonna try. No, that's awesome, Miniko. I'm glad you got a character art made for your new character. Why one arm, though? Astral Monk. I will admit I struggle with impatience at my table sometimes. I'll see what the DM is going for and have to restrain myself from brute forcing the party to a solution. Do you mean because the party's not, like, engaging, or because the party is just, like, not getting what the DM's, like, hinting at, or, like... I'm interested, but I need a little more context, Guapo, I think, to understand your position. Some groups need players like you desperately. Please stop shopping for 2 sessions. Let me hit something. Yeah. Which is fair, you know? The one thing I just can't stand as a DM is if my players aren't like doing shit. You know, if you're like, all right, so you get to the inside the secret lair. You walk down the stairs, your rogue just lockpicked the door. You see a large room with barrels and crates everywhere. There are bags full of black powder on one side, a shelf with liquor and potions and various other items on the other side. At the back of the room, there's a sort of a large door that looks like it's been kind of carved in and built. Definitely looks like the masonry around it wasn't intentional. This is a tunnel built into this basement. This is not like a door that was built into the complex. You see a large bearskin rug that has blood stains all over it, and there is a lit torch that's sort of like quietly burning, illuminating the whole space. What do you guys want to do? And there's just silence. 5 seconds pass. 8 seconds pass. 10 seconds pass. And then one person's like, I guess we should, I don't know. Sounds what do you guys want to do?
Karlach invited you to a nice night out.
Damn. Oh, shit. Wait, what the fuck? Wait, hold on. Chill, dude. Come on, chill, man. Chill. We're not going for Karlach. You're not wrong, though. Thanks on bits. You know, I just can't deal with that, man. When the party just, like, nobody wants to say anything or do anything. Everybody's waiting for someone else to say something or for me to prompt them. Like, for that kind of party, the way you handle it as a GM oftentimes is to take away the amount of options for them. You don't say, here's the world, what do you want to do? You play it more structured, right? So you're like, do you guys want to go investigate the door? Do you want to go investigate the potions? Or do you want to go investigate the black powder? And then your party's like, let's go look at the black powder first. And I'm like, great, okay. You come across the black powder. It looks like it's been, you know, whatever. The problem is that's just, it's not as fun for me to play that game because then I feel like I'm playing the game for the party. I'm just writing a choose your own adventure. I'm not giving them the world. The DM's job, in my opinion, is to tell you what the consequences of what you do are. You go into a new room, I'll tell you what you see. You punch the bard, I'll tell you what happens. You know, you seduce the dragon. I'm not gonna tell you what happens, but you know. You can figure it out yourself. It's just, it's so annoying when the party, when you're playing with an entire group that needs you to force those options down their throat. That's really taxing. Not to say those players aren't enjoying the game, not to say they aren't great players, not to say they aren't great people, but it's just that kind of D&D game where then you have to then make decisions based on the story you just prompted for your players and all the hooks that you just like gave them, and they have, like, you are basically just telling them a story the entire time, and they can roll a die to see what happens every once in a while, which is fine. It's just very taxing, you know. It's very like draining to play that kind of game. Again, no, you know, and so the more work my party needs that I'm playing with, the more time I have to prep, and the more time that I'm gonna have to take off in between like campaigns or areas or whatever, right? So like my current party is like kind of a mixture of players that need to be grabbed by the nose and players that don't, and so when we're finished our Horizon campaign, I'm telling them that I'll see them in a couple of weeks or months, you know, because I have to prepare more for the next leg of the campaign for them, because I have to prepare more options, more choose your own adventure stuff, as opposed to just sort of like, you know, freewheeling and shooting from the hip, which is much easier. Like when I was playing with Dasher and Ella, we could play for 13 hours at a time and play every day for like 5 days in a row in the summer. One, because we were unemployed losers, but two, because Dasha wasn't, but Ella and I were. But two, because they were so interactive with me that it was fine. You know, you didn't have to like ever guide them around by their nose. So you could just play like improvisationally a lot. Immediate arson, yes. Just burn it down and leave. Walk away. Yep. I pray that you get what you're actually paying for, what it advertised. Is my only gripe. Yeah. I mean, my gripe with Fiverr Night is that it's a race to the bottom. It's just a race to the bottom, and it devalues everyone. And like, if you're an artist, you should be encouraging other artists to value themselves more, because they might not value themselves in their time. They will be willing to work for like dog shit, but then it makes it harder for other artists, right? The only way you can then you can sort of combat that as another artist is to just be better, right? Is just to be so good that no one would compare you to a Fiverr artist. But it is still, it's like it is damaging, but it's not like artists' it's not the consumer's responsibility to figure it out. That's like, that's where I stand in it. So that's why I don't blame anyone for using it. It's not their responsibility. It's artists' responsibility to figure it out. So depends a bit of both. Example, there's a puzzle, I can see the solution, but I am always the one with the solutions. I feel like I dominate the table with things like that. I'm super engaged, so try and pull back for others. But sometimes, Guapo, people like to play with players like that. Sometimes players like to, like in our Star Wars game, Dashto liked to watch while Ella did everything, and then Dashto got a chance every once in a while to like come in and do some cool shit. But he was happy when Ella had her stories of Jedi shit and her class quests. He was super happy to just like listen to her do cool Jedi things. So some players like playing that passive role while they're playing with like really smart, engaged players, and they want to say something every once in a while and be part of it and be like part of the story and have some impact on it, but they're super happy to sit back and watch other players be the hero of the game. And so the balance is trying to find players that are okay interacting with that, because sometimes players who are more like center players or main character players are like, sure man, if you're happy to sit back and watch me be the hero, like go for it, man. Like I'm fine. Like I'll call on you as my supporting character when I need you. And it's like, great. But some players that are the main character player are like, I'm frustrated, I'm tired of being the only guy. Like if you guys don't do some shit, then I don't want to, you know. And that's fair too. You can't blame somebody for having either opinion. It's just different types of D&D players for different you know, different games or whatever. So want to try something funny? He lost his arm in an unfortunate discus accident. He got hit in the elbow and was wrecked and had to be removed. That's cool. That's gonna affect some. I mean, depending on your GM, that might affect some of your checks. But I think it's cool. Why not? Do something different. Do something new and unique from what we usually have in D&D games. I'm down with it. I hope your game goes well, Minako. Hope your character is a Poggy Woggy Pogchamp. I hope you have a great fucking game with it. Yeah, dude. You can't draw those on Twitch? Toes? Oh, shit. Do I need a censored bar for drawing crumb toes? This is actually, this is for my new OnlyFans account, where I'm drawing various monster feet. And if you pay enough, it's monster girl feet, so, you know. Then match real quick. Was the description of the lair completely off the dome because that was amazing? Yeah, it's just off the top of my head. that wasn't a real place. That was not. No, that was not anything from a game or whatever. So when I started playing Cat, I'm not the main character player, but the character ended up being the main just because half the party wouldn't do anything. Which, okay, you can make a case for players who are like more shy or sideline players. You can make a case that they're not pulling their weight. So I understand, like I don't hold anything against them so much, but I do understand when some players are frustrated when they feel like they're like Guapo feels like he's dominating the game. He's the only player at the table. It's like whatever. I do understand that it is frustrating sometimes. But I'm also like sympathetic and understand that some players like to play their own way, and you can never really like demand a player play a certain way. Like, but also as a GM or as a player, don't feel bad if you don't want to play with a certain type of player. If you're like, I love my friend Damien, but Damien is a passive player and I will not play with him. Don't you like at my table, for instance, I don't play with more than one passive player at my table, and that's usually Dashto. Dashto gets the passive player slot. And so I don't tend to play long-term campaigns with like a lot of passive players. But even then, Dash's not that passive. He's fairly passive, but he's not like, definitely not like a passive Andy, right? He's a great supporting character. Him and Ella are both on the slightly more passive side, but they're not like super passive players, because they also help me do storytelling in like great ways, and I fucking love that. But like, I don't tend to play that long-term game if somebody's very a very passive player, I you know, screw it. I want to try something dumb with the toes where the little toe was like the thumb on the inside, but I wonder if it doesn't read well because it doesn't look like a little toe, you know? You know what? Fuck it, because they're supposed to be hands. I don't care. I'm gonna go with it. I'm gonna go with it. Crumb grippers. Oh no, please don't. Never played D&D, really want to. Super impressive. D&D's awesome. I think you can find a group in a lot of ways. You can find a group with LFG chats online. You can find a group in a lot of communities. I don't think our Discord has a LFG currently active right now, but every once in a while I bring up the LFG channel and host it open for a little while, and people find groups. You know, it's a good time. Honestly, don't know what category player I fit into. I mean, I only played D&D with you once, Thorkin, but you're kind of in, you know, you're like an engaged player that doesn't need to be the main character, which I think is where a lot of players fit. But you know, you're always actually, I don't know, man. Like I remember you were always interacting with everything you could in the world, which is great. It's great for Thorkin. You're a great kind of player to have for people who enjoy world building, because you are curious about the world and you give people a chance to talk about their world. So you're a fantastic player to play with. But like I said, I only played one game with you. So I don't know, maybe that was just the character or what. But like, these descriptions of players also aren't a description of good versus bad player. It's just different player types, you know? There's a great pedicurist. Yeah, himself. Thanks for perspective. Most very wary of main character syndrome. No, here, like, look. The percent chance that I've seen of people being main character syndrome is like 5%. 5% of people who are main character players have a problem and are problem main character players. But players who are scared to be main characters, who play intentionally more passive, have like a 50% chance of being more passive than their group would necessarily like want or like. I think groups will generally tell you if you are being a main character, but it's hard to tell someone they need to be more engaged. Because you're like, hey man, you need to be more engaged in my game. And they're like, oh, I'm shy. I'm sorry, I'm shy. And it's like, I don't care if you have social anxiety. This is a social game, and you're gonna be social, or you're gonna be finding another fucking group to play with on Thursdays. Which is a harder conversation to have with somebody than, hey man, like, you know, I get that you're really enthusiastic, but like, sometimes other players are trying to. I think that like your own awareness, if you are talking over players, that's a problem. If you catch yourself constantly talking over other players, that's a problem. But if you don't, and you feel like that you're just the first one that responds, you're good, man. You're Gucci. I'm shy, uwu, dude. I can't, dude. D&D is a social game. If socializing is a problem for you, then D&D might help you become better at it. But don't be surprised if people don't want to play with you because you're not socially adept or whatever. I can't do the antisocial uwu player. I can't stand them. When I get somebody in my games that is that, I love them. I want to take care of them. I pat them on the head, and then I want to push them into a different place and never play D&D with them again. You know, it's so obnoxious to play with somebody who's just like, oh, I'm timid. I'm sorry. I don't like to be loud. It's like, oh, fuck off. I can't with you, man. You fucking goblins. Ooh-wooing at me. I'm kidding, relax. More of a Laura, yeah. It says my average playstyle. I think you talk more or less after I get used to the group. Yeah. Being very aware of your group is also a really important sort of indicator of a veteran or a really good player, I think. Your social anxiety, boom, you're a horny bard now, go have fun. That's yeah, true. You have social anxiety? Oh, you should play a bard then. I'll interact with people, but I don't go on a way to do so. You should. Talk to everyone. No, do whatever you want. The biggest issue is not wanting to talk over people. That's fair. But here's the thing. The amount of people that flounder in their D&D game because they're scared of talking over people versus the amount of people who are like, it actually is a concern for is it's never as big of an issue as people think. And you know, if you want to talk more in your D&D game, talk more in your D&D game. If you're talking over people and they're too much of a wussy ass little fucking mouse to tell you you're being a piece of shit, then that's their problem. It's not yours. No, I just wish people would be more open and trust themselves more. Be confident, engage with the world. Like, understand that the possible danger of like engaging too much is that you might have some, like, your players might have to have a talk with you about, like, hey man, I feel like I never get a chance to do anything, which is fine. But the danger of you not engaging with your world is that your DM doesn't want to play D&D anymore. Nothing burns me out faster on D&D than a group that doesn't engage. Like I said, not because they're bad players, but because it takes more out of me as a DM to, like, force them to engage with the world. And that problem, though, your DM won't tell you is a problem. Because your DM will try their hardest to not get burned out, and it'll hit them in a way that they don't anticipate, and then you'll just not be playing D&D for like a year. So you always got to protect your DM as a player. You got to protect your DM from burnout. The DM is looking out for your experience as a player, but very, very few people I find on the internet who talk about D&D talk about the player responsibility to look out for the DM. There's tons of advice and information on how to be a great DM and how to take care of your players. There's tons of videos, top 10 things that a bad DM does, how to be a better DM, how to engage your players, top 5 things great DMs do to make sure their players have great times. There's all this information about how to be a great DM, but very little information about how to be a good player to your DM.
100%.
Thank you, Viddy. Appreciate it. Thank you for the 100 bits. And I think that it's important as players and people who enjoy this hobby to make sure that the people who are willing to put time into running the game for us are having the most fun of everyone in the group and are not getting burnt out, feel like they're being listened to, feel like people care about what they're doing. And because nothing will kill your momentum as a DM faster than when you feel like people don't care about what you're doing. And engagement is the main avenue that you as a player have to communicate that you like what your DM is doing. Because that's the only thing you have, right? You know, you don't have like, you don't have this you don't have any, how will your DM know? You say, oh, I enjoyed the game this week, it was great. It's like, really? You didn't say anything, you didn't engage with anything, you didn't do anything, you didn't, really? I thought you were distracted or something. No man, I enjoyed myself. It's like, okay. The thing people don't realize is people will say that out of social obligation. Hey man, did you have fun tonight? Yeah, dude, it was awesome. Okay. Don't tell your DM you're having fun. Show your DM you're having fun. And the main resource to do that is engagement. But I don't know. Don't listen to me. What do I know? I ate a lizard folk once in D&D. That's beautiful. Beautiful. You're the lore nerd. I need to get you my game, Guapo. My biggest pet peeve is when people stop talking, but just long enough to let someone else start something. And they continue on with more what they're talking about. Yeah, that's tough. Love being a cleric this campaign because lots of convos on theology and the politics of the world we're in. Yeah, like in Eldara, if you want to have the Eldara experience, like if you want to have an experience in Eldara and be super connected to the lore, play an Astral Sage or somebody involved in the astral magics. Like there's just so much more that you can engage with in the world that's like world specific lore that's important to me as a sage. And I try and make sure that it's not that the sages aren't the only ones. Like I try and say things like okay, so like Dashto, you're a paladin, so you recognize these seals, and it's like, oh shit, I want to give people a moment in each game if I can to feel like their choice as their class means something. So Dashto, you're the paladin. It's like, you know, in Baldur's Gate, you see a dialogue option pop up every once in a while. It says like paladin or Baldurian or like Githyanki. I want to give people those options so they feel like, oh shit, I chose a paladin. Look at how cool I am. I know what those seals mean without having to roll some absurd check for. Or like our rogue, it's just like, okay, man, normally people don't know how the sort of the underbelly of the city works, but you've been here before, man. So you don't need to ask around where to go for this, like, you know, these ingredients you're looking for. You kind of know where to go, man, and you think you can find it for probably a better deal than you can on top side. And give that rogue player a chance to feel like they're a cool hero of the party, and they can kind of look at the party and be like, I got this one, guys. But the Astral Sage is the person that is the player that will have the most deep connection to the deep ancient lore of the world. So like when we saw the ancient Eldari runes the players came to get last night, I told Ella, I'm like, hey, so by the way, these are ancient Aldarian writings for complicated, sophisticated astral sage magic. And she's like, what does that mean? And I was like, so at the time when the old Aldarians were like making these rune sites and like building their monuments, it was thought that astral sages were like pagan shamans performing very rudimentary magics, summoning some rain here and there, curing a wound. They weren't making complex astral calculations, but like these are complex calculations, some you've never seen before. And she's like, oh my God, the implications are so, you know. And so I gave her a moment to tell the party and be the cool person that has the cool thing to share. And I want to try and give every player that. But the Astral Sage you're playing game in Eldara is the person that has the most opportunity for that, I think, whether I'm trying for it or not. You're talking about Twitch, not D&D? I'm sorry. You're right. I'm sorry. Make sure your streamer is having a great time. That's right. Your streamer is there to make sure you're having a great time. Actually, it's your job as the viewer to make sure your streamer is having a good time. You filthy chat mongrel. You VIPs and mods. I see. No, I'm kidding. Relax. Twitch is different. Twitch, it is the responsibility of the streamer entirely to make sure their chat is having a good time. And nobody in the chat's responsibility to make sure the streamer's having a good time. Now, you as a person in chat can influence a streamer and make them have a great time. You know, there are people that I recognize that when they're in chat, I'm having a great time because they're engaging, or they ask about the world, or they want to know more about Eldara, or they want to talk about art or whatever. And those kind of people are always a great value in your community as a streamer, because you recognize them, and it takes less to stream, like less energy to stream when those kind of people are around. And thankfully, our community, because we're so focused on D&D, that's like everyone, because everybody's like really into D&D, which makes it super easy for me. Like if I was just a general art streamer, it'd be harder. But since we're all able to talk about D&D and we love our hobby and we love all this shit and we are all interested in it, and we can talk about Critical Role and Baldur's Gate and whatever, then I'm very blessed and fortunate as a streamer to have so many people around me that I absolutely adore and would, you know, probably be able to have great conversations with one-on-one. And that makes streaming to our community a lot better and easier and more fun for me. That's why I don't burn out. That's why I don't need to, well, I don't burn out on streaming. And that's why I never need to take streaming breaks unless like I have to get work done, for instance. But, you know, yeah, I forgot we were talking about Twitch, not dating, my bad. What do the seals mean? The seals were an ancient prayer etched onto parchment in an old script of ancient Eldarian that used Eldari runes, meaning that the seals specifically were sealing some kind of powerful magic within the vessel inside the coffin that is not only celestial and astral, but terribly old and terribly evil. That's what those seals meant. Monday game is a lot of engagement and I love it, but they don't seem to care about the game I run on Fridays. I dread Friday games now. 6. Get out. 6, I love you too much to not give you this advice. No matter how much you care about your players, get out. It is very noble to want to continue that game, but you cannot light yourself on fire to keep your other players warm. If that game's taxing you or stressing you out, dude, find a great endpoint, tie up those knots, find your way out, 6. You deserve to be excited for your D&D games, all right? Do the floating islands have like a broken sewer system, or were the systems built after the land was broken apart? So there are rune sites from the old Eldarians that were there that would include like sewers and aqueducts and stuff, but those are on like much larger islands. But you can find those, yeah. Came for the art, but I stay for this level of conversation. Where I mean it when I say it. When anybody pops into the stream, which is that I'm truly honored that you're spending any of your day here. That really does mean the world to me. So better be having a good time, streamer. Yeah. Oh shit, my boss is here. Oh shit, Genova's here. My bad, my boss is here. Yeah, I'm having a great time. Guys, can you guys delete the VOD where I was talking about kick? Delete, mods scrub the VOD. There's nothing to kick here but kicking bad players out of our games. That's right. 95-5. I don't need that. I'm super happy with a 50-50 split. This is where I'm. Yeah, but shit. Like wait. All I gotta do is bonus, book twice a week, and I can get 95-5. Oh shit. Wait. If my stream just randomly goes offline and my account gets randomly terminated, remember me. Remember me and fear Genova. I think chat can make a streamer's job easier if they so choose, even if it's a streamer's job to stream. Yeah, true. That is a very good, concise way of making the point that I was trying to make while being ridiculous, Ashy. Yeah, you're true. As thoughts on the saturation, that'll start a 30-minute conversation. All right, chill. Chill. Kicking back and having a good old time. Yeah, that's all we're doing. That's the only kicking we're doing here is kicking back and having a great time drawing a Relisian feathered goblin monkey. That's the only... That's all we gotta worry about. Just drawing some uncensored monkey lizard toes. I mean, goblin monkey. Shit, I forgot which goblin monkey we're doing.
Imagine making the streamer's life easier instead of trolling him relentlessly.
What the fuck is that like? Imagine cheering bits without TTS. It's like you're gonna throw bits at the streamer and make the streamer feel bad because the streamer is unworthy of your bits, unworthy of your support, has never done anything to provide value, and you're not even trolling for content. Imagine, holy shit, what kind of a monster would do that? I think there needs to be more conversation though about how to be a great player. But I don't know, do you guys feel like there is or enough of that? Or... He thinks he's fucking hilarious. That's the problem, is the self-satisfaction that comes from Midoriya when he cheers bets. It's just, it's self-indulgent, but it's also supporting me. It's such a weird dilemma of necessary support for me to be able to stream, but also just fucking self-indulgent trolling. It's like I'm grateful, but also kind of annoyed. It's such a weird feeling I can't explain, man. God damn, bro. Thank you for the 200 bits, Aduria. I appreciate it greatly. You have no idea. It allows me to actually stream. So, cheers, bro. Oh, it's even allowed? Is it? Not gonna lie. All right. Fuck you, but thank you. Exactly. Maro knows. Definitely there's enough conversation, but there should be. The reason I don't try and like start that conversation at all, Viddy, is because I feel like there's too much conversation about D&D. Do you know what I mean when I say that? It's like I feel like too many people spend too much time self-indulgently talking about like how to D&D when I think we worry too much about it and we don't just like enjoy the game, you know? And it's like it's very easy to get clicks with that. Like there's tons of like 10 things to do as a DM to make your players hot for the dragon that like is easy clicks on TikTok. So I think it's obvious, but it feels fairly low hanging for D&D content for me. There's some people who do it great. I'm not saying like every Ginny D is like content farming. Maybe, I don't know. But that's not the point I'm trying to make or the impression that I even get. But I do think that it'd be nice to have more of that conversation directed for like, hey, yes, your DM is there to make sure you're having a good time. Yes, your DM is the game master. They are the person who is in charge of the game for you. And these are all things that, because as a GM, you have such an obvious power to make sure your players are having a good time. And so here's how to capitalize on that obvious power and make sure that they, you know, that you're doing a great job. But it's like, it's almost just ignored entirely that you as a player have so much power to make sure your DM is having a great fucking time. Right? And there used to be a whole lot more of that, but I feel like maybe part of it is the complaining culture that we have on like Reddit, where people are so ready and willing to complain about DMs that like, why would anyone want to be a DM? If you fuck up and do something awkward, you're going to sit there and be like canceled on Reddit by one of your players because you didn't offer them Cheetos when they forgot their own snacks. It's like, how many times do you read a Reddit post about like, my DM's so awful, when it's like, your DM doesn't seem awful. They just seem like they have a different play style than you. But we don't talk about what you as a player can do that often. I wish we would, but I don't know. Step 1, have a dragon. Step 2, regret having a dragon. Step 3, resign yourself to the fact that you are now become a scaly. I'm not a scaly. Stop. I didn't even play a Drakthir in World of Warcraft. I didn't even make one. I did make one. Shit. I drew one lizard man. I drew one lizard. Look, I did. Hold on. Where? Do you know what got me? Do you know what got me offers for weird scaly porn? Do you want to see the piece that I did? I'll show you. This is why I don't take anthro commissions. Was it 2021? It was. This is the piece that I posted on Twitter that got me 2 DMs to do scaly art. One of them was from somebody asking me to draw heinous things. Heinous. What about this implies scaly? Nothing about this is scaly. It's a cool, tough, badass looking lizard man. Why did this bring the scalies out? This is why I can't do any anthro commissions, because they come out of nowhere, and then they think that you're okay drawing their scaly doing strange things with anatomy that a reptile shouldn't have. Man, let him cook. Dude, I'm not drawing scaly shit for dude. And he offered me like $100 to do it too. I would have probably done it if he offered me 200. But I also, my commissions around this time, I think were like $80 to $100 for a piece like this. I was not confident in myself. But you know what kind of messages? Here's a scaly salacious art on my screen. Okay, I'm sorry. Yeah, NSFW tag needs to be on with This is why I don't do anthro commissions, man. And then the cat, okay, and then there was the cat boxer, the tabaxi boxer Muay Thai thingy that I did. That also got me weird messages. It's why I can't accept anthro commissions, because I don't want to get harassed on Twitter to do weird shit, man. I had a bad experience of somebody wanting me to do it and like get this weird sort of like, I don't know, it was an uncomfortable conversation for me, where they were like, they wanted me to do it because I didn't want to do it, and they were like whatever. It was icky. I didn't like it. That's why I can't post these on Twitter. So if I do a commission, someone's like, "Hey man, can you draw my cool tabaxi?" They have like a ninja star, and they have like a cool like belt, and it's like, oh shit, that character sounds wicked. I can't do it though, because then I'll get weird fucking DMs on Twitter, and I don't want to do stuff that I can't post on Twitter. You feel me? It's rough out there being an artist that's known for D&D art, okay? Stake this on fire? No. Oh, stop. No, I'm not doing it, man. You can't make me. I'm not doing scaly art on Fiverr to pay my bills. Please stop. Commissions are open soon, I swear. I don't need this. I was one of those people I'd honestly just learn to draw myself out of shame. Yeah, probably. Look, nothing wrong with being a scaly, man. Nothing wrong with being a furry. I love them. I love all nerds. If you're a scaly, if you're a furry, if you're into that, I love you, man. I got nothing but love in my heart for you. Nothing against you. You know, you deserve to have whatever art you want made for you, for whatever characters you want made for you. All right? No hate in the world. No shaming of anyone for being a scaly or furry or nothing. I'm just not into it. I ain't into it. That's all. But they make you do it's never just, hey, can you draw my super cute uwu scaly boy? It's always a request of, can you do that? And I'm like, sure. And then it turns into like, hey, are you okay doing like anatomy? And you're like, yeah. They're like, hey, so how are you about NSFW stuff? And it's like they just keep moving the inching forward and forward until suddenly you're drawing heinous things. Profane tasks of art, okay? It's rough. I'm trying my best out here. They lost requests of lizard folk laying eggs or something. There was... Okay. So somebody wanted me to draw their snake lady, but pregnant with eggs, like visible eggs, like the outline of the eggs in their stomach. And then they wanted her like, okay, never mind. I don't want to go back in there in my mind. I don't want to go back. I don't want to go back. Oh man, I don't want to go back there. What were we talking about? I think I just scrubbed something from my mind for the last 5 minutes. We didn't give him a weird request, even things out. Yeah, true. They made me do it. They made me do it, man. Come on. That's a bit much even for me. True.
Evan, are you still having fun?
I'm having a great time now that I'm not thinking about that anymore. Video. I'm having a great fucking time now that I'm not thinking about the weird Scalia request. Now I'm thinking about it again. Shit. Okay, no. Quick, someone talk about Genshin or something that I don't care about. You told about that, the mother and the daughter on TDC as well. Yes, there's that too. There. Oh God. Yeah, there's one that I haven't talked about that I don't think I could say out loud. You know, it's like one of those things like you think that there's like no limit to what you could say out loud. But like, I don't think on this channel, even if I had, like, I definitely can't say because I don't age gate my stream. But even if I like was on TDC where I have it age gated, it's 18 plus, I don't think I'd want to say it out loud. But let's just say it involved 2 Minotaur bullmen. And that's how I became a furry commissioned artist. So aware that was me, man, listening to it. Thank you 100 bits video, I appreciate it. Do my due diligence as a chatter? Oh, whatever. But you're a streamer, Viddy. You get it. That's why, dude. And you're a great streamer, so you're always so engaged and so, I don't know, so interesting to talk to, and you have great opinions on shit. Part of that's what makes you a good streamer too, I think. If you guys aren't following Viddy, I feel like more people don't know about all the streamers in the community. I wish more people would follow like the other streamers. I need to have like a streamer like highlight section, so it's like, yo, go follow Ashy and Aduria and Viddy. They're all great streamers, you know, something like that. It's like you buried this trauma, but you clearly hadn't addressed it. Talk to us. I can't say it out loud. Which I can't. It's too foul. You know when like Gandalf refuses to utter the black speech of Mordor, written on the One Ring of Power. I can't. The ancient Elvish script by the ancient Elvish smiths that smith the profane command onto the Ring of Power for the Dark Lord Sauron. That's like how I feel right now. I will not utter those words here. Better than 4 Minotaur bullmen? Yeah, okay. Elaborate? Nope. I literally can't. Okay, never mind. I don't want to just sit here debating like, oh, I can't say it. Tee. I know something you don't know. I don't want to just debate. So anyway. Monkey lizard tails. That's wholesome. Fluffy monkey tails. Hey, dude, I'm so mad they didn't cut Yuna's tail yesterday when she went for her haircut or fur cut or whatever. She still has a feather duster. I want my money back. Follow Viddy so we can get him to start channel point goals and squash them in like 10 minutes. True. There's so many great streamers in like, I don't want to say in my community because like they're also in their own communities. There's so many great streamers in this community because I don't really find it to be like mine or anything. That I'm always so happy when I go to someone's chat and I see like 4 names in it that I know. I'm like, oh shit, L2's in Aduri's chat. Or like, yo, what's up? Knights in Viddy's chat. They're chilling. It's like, it just makes me happy, you know? As a person that likes the people that come to my stream, it makes me happy to see them in streams of people that I like. I don't know if that makes sense or not, but I'm a great streamer. You are a great streamer, Guapo. But I can't shout out Chatterbait on Twitch, so if you don't mind keeping that to yourself, I don't want to get banned. Okay, that's good. Okay, self-kick W. Okay, so I'm good. As a treat, I don't see L2 very often. Yeah, true, man. I'll give all my money to charity. Yeah, okay, that's fine then. Got it. Chatterbait streams back on the menu. Project Melody, more like Project Guapo. All right, Monkey Tail. They have feathers on the end of them, which is, I don't know what the feathers function. Don't ask me about anything to do with the evolutionary basis of the Rillistean feathered goblin monkey. I don't have any answers for you. I have no answers for you, and I will not provide any answers for you. There's no logical reason these creatures should exist the way they do, or even at all. So, learn to let it go. I know I certainly have. All right, this is good. Cool. Oh, I have exciting news. I'm going to be doing some review of the first couple of videos. I forgot to mention this. First couple of videos that are going to make it to my YouTube channel. I said at the beginning of the year that I was going to take a serious crack at my YouTube channel and make it like a good place to find like sort of the best things we do in a week. When we do like cool projects or like have cool segments, or if I have like a big lore dump or whatever that I like just sort of talk about instead of like write down. And my very professional editor who I've hired has finished a couple of videos that I'm going to be inspecting this weekend and publishing to the YouTube channel. So I'm taking it very seriously, man, this like YouTube thing. I'm not just putting like some dumb stream highlights and shit like that and doing whatever and doing some shorts. I'm like taking it seriously. I asked to hire an editor for a couple months. That was partly what the subathon was for, to help fund the YouTube editor, for like a serious like 4 videos a month kind of thing, like one decent video a week. And then I'm gonna do some stream highlights and stuff, and do some shorts. And the YouTube channel, I'm really excited about. I'm excited that this is finally happening, that I'm finally able to like talk about it without it being this tease thing that's happening in like months. It'll be literally next week I'll be posting the first video and uploading it. So excited for these videos. Me too, man. I don't know. I don't expect them to do super well. Like, these aren't like growth minded videos. I'm not like expecting to get like thousands of subs on YouTube immediately for these videos. These aren't like very topical. These are videos for the existing TDC. These are for people who are already in our community, who want to know more about like one of them is the Skynet of Aldarian lore. One stream I spent about 20-30 minutes talking about it and just like talking about the oral history of them, and Busy condensed it down to a video and said, here you go, bro. So eventually, of course, I'd like the YouTube channel to grow, because that's like, I think the main way streamers will grow is via YouTube and TikTok and social media. You don't grow as a streamer on Twitch. Like, make no illusions that you will ever grow as a streamer on Twitch if you just go live like 4 times a week and you aren't doing other stuff. You're just doing what you want to do and be doing something super niche like I'm doing for D&D or whatever. Like, do you? But if your goal is to be a big streamer, like, please prioritize other platforms than Twitch. But I'm excited. These are eventually once the YouTube has like a good cadence and I sort of know what kind of stuff is fun to upload, then I'm gonna try and make more topical YouTube videos. The reason why I remember this is because we're talking about like how much content there is about how to be a great GM. I think I want to do a bit of a series like how to be a great player, you know? Oh my god, the rain. There's a giant advertisement. Oh, hold on, Witch. Hold on. This one's mine. The rest of you stay away. This time it's hold on, 1 sec. It's not letting me. There, hold on. Click. Button. Go. Processing. Okay, I won. My bad. My victory. Losers were too shut. We're too slow. All right, Witch. Welcome to the community. Welcome to TDC. Please enjoy your ad-free viewing experience. I'm so sorry the ads are tragic and rough and brutal, and if I could go ad-free, I would. So I always take the ad revenue that I make every month, which is about $20, and I use that for gifted subs for people, so they don't have to fucking suffer through the dog shit Twitch ads that make you watch. I don't even know what my Twitch ads are. Gillette? Amazon Prime? Whatever it is, I'm sorry that you had to deal with that, but there you go. Now you're an official member of TDC. And actually, which I don't know, once you get into D&D, and you're playing and getting serious. I know you said you were new, so I don't know how deeply you jumped in. But in my Discord, I actually have something for subs. Is like I like to do something every single month, Twitch, for my subs, so you never feel like you're just throwing money at a streamer for like support. I like to try and post a bunch of like resources and things you can use in your games. So if you go to the guild library section Discord, if you connect your Discord, if you have Discord, if you connect your Discord to your Twitch, it'll like give you access to the library section, which has tokens for D&D games. It has like, this is a background feature that I wrote for the Sky Knights, magic items that I post. So this is the most powerful magic item I've ever made that you can use in your games. Here's some other ones. So you have full access to the guild library as a sub, and you can grab whatever you want. If you want to grab every token I've ever made and use it in your games, or not, or throw them away, or gift them to your DM and say, here, use this one pirate because he's got 4 swords. It's up to you, but yeah. Or not, because many people don't give a shit about any of that stuff. I just wanted to make it available if you ever did need anything for your D&D games. It's the only benefit of being a sub in this channel. Past that, I don't know why I would sub to this stream. Like, let's face it. So it's more of an apology. Like, sorry to hear you're subbed here, so here's a bunch of stuff that maybe you can use in your game if you need it. But there's that. I don't talk about it as much, and so people are like, what? I had no idea that was a thing, man. I'm like, yeah, it's probably because I never said anything about it. My bad. I'll take them all. All right, it's fine. Okay, you take them all. They're all yours. They're all yours. Hey. And the reason it's an apology is because now you are a member of the Dragon's Claim. The Dragon's Claim is our Adventurers Guild. It's the Adventurers Guild in my world, in Eldara that I'm building, and it is also the name of our like Twitch community. So now you're part of the Dragon's Claim. As a guild member, you get free guild repairs from the actual guild blacksmith for your gear. Drinks, you get to have access to the mystery stew, which I wouldn't, guild chef has been gone for a while, so that mystery stew has been there for a while, so maybe I wouldn't have any of that either. And your reputation among other adventurers guilds is now significantly lower now that you're in the Dragon's Claim. So all that's really an apology, because let's face it, it's kind of a downgrade to be a member of TDC, but we're trying. We're becoming a real adventurers guild one of these days. We just got to get a good quest or two and not mess it up. The emotes. Oh, the emotes. I forgot about that. Got a couple of car ads in the past. Car ads? Damn. Twitch with the car ads. All right. That's pretty good. I haven't seen an ad on Twitch in a long time because I have Twitch Turbo. But actually, hold on. I'm curious. I'm going to try something. Do I have pre-roll ads on? Angeline. Hold on. I'm going to go to my stream on my alt real quick. See if I get an ad. Hold on. Oh, Evangeline's got 5 subs now. Pog. Back to Twitch. What is my stream? Is there a... Fuck. There's no pre-rolls. Where are there pre-rolls? I want to see a pre-roll. Let me see what kind of ads I get. Damn it. Twitch. Okay, what do I run an ad next? Twitch auto runs an ad in 35. No, stop. Okay. It runs an ad in 35 minutes. Maybe I'll try and remember that, and I'll watch on PE. There we go. Okay. We'll find out. And we'll see what the ads are. My full regrets already, so, well, hey, I'm glad we can be one more for you, so welcome. No, stop trying to get people to drink the soup, Atari. I don't recommend anyone drink the guild soup. The mystery stew is no longer a mystery. We know it's just rats, so please stop telling the new guild members that they should drink the mystery stew. All right, is our chrome almost done? I think this is almost done, actually. I did not think this would take me all day. Wait, what time is it? I've been working on this for 3.5 fucking... Dude, I thought it was like just afternoon. Oh, shit. Okay. Okay. All right. I've really been drawing this for 3 hours. Cool. Gotcha. Some say the soup is full of rats. Others, crumbs. When I reach out with my mind, something reaches back. You mean you walked up and clicked on the stew? And there was like the text options. There was like, hold on. This is what you saw? Wait, what do we got? You have like, taste the stew. Con save. You have, kick the pot over. And then you have like leave at the bottom. Is there italics for this? Regular. There's only regular. And then you had one that was like detect thoughts or whatever. Reach out to the stew. These are the dialogue options you see. Viddy got an extra dialogue option when he looked at the stew. Holy shit. There's some carrots probably. Maybe. Damn, bro. Oh. I swear, man, the guild stew is getting weirder and weirder every day. We're not exactly sure what's in the soup. As long as soup is better than purple grape mush number 3, I'll take some. Wow. I wouldn't promise anything, so yeah, just rats. The cauldron is full of water and rats having a pool party. No, it's okay. It's mystery stew. Okay, you know what? I'm not gonna try anymore. Y'all can try the mystery stew if you want. I don't care. I just don't want to be... I will not foot the bill if you need to hire a cleric to get rid of whatever you catch from the mystery stew, okay? I will not be held responsible. As the guildmaster of the Dragon's Claim, I hereby waive my responsibility for the safety of guild members who willingly ingest the mystery stew on their own. Under Article 5 of the Dragon's Claim Charter, Section 21, the Guildmaster Endrick Avalon does not bear any responsibility for parasites, illithid, mind control, diseases, curses, or mummy rot incurred whilst tasting guild food products. This gives you mummy rot. Kind of popped up one day. It was weird. Damn. What was it, like an achievement? Like you went and talked to the stew like every day for like 3 days, and then all of a sudden the new dialogue option appeared in your camp. What's the worst that could happen? All right, make a Constitution saving throw. Uh-oh. Maybe you gain superpowers. Who knows? I suppose no one really has any data on this so far, so... The guild is a cleric on hand just for this reason. What about the unintended oozing? Oozing. Ooh. No, man. There's no oozing. Bro, you need more of the cleric if you got some shit oozing. The stew gives you mummy rot? Yeah. That's how dank the stew is, man. I heard somebody got mummy rot. We need to have like a Chuck Norris style, like, set of stories about the mystery stew. Like, the mystery stew's so nasty. I heard that somebody ate the mystery stew, went to the goblin camp, and they said he was too foul to be let in. I heard last time somebody ate the mystery stew, they got mummy rot. I heard somebody ate the mystery stew, went to a camp of venomous lizards, bit one of the lizards, and the lizard got infected with the venom. Mystery stew so dank. No. It's not that dank, alright? We haven't had a guild chef in a long time. Last guild chef we had was Shawforged, Chef Oda. But then Oda went and had a kid and couldn't come around to stream anymore, so we haven't had a guild chef since. That's okay. Okay. Look at him. The first official piece of concept art digitally made of the first Relician feathered goblin monkey. Oozlings and ooze people. All right, fair. What is the 3.5 doing in my 5e world? Okay, I'm sorry. Yeah, my bad. 1 second. Don't know why my phone. Wait, don't know why my phone put unsecond. You might have typed that at some point in time because I don't. That's yeah. What? If Shaw was the last official guild chef, what was Loon doing with the stew? What? Look, did you see Eiley messing with the stew? What was she doing messing with the guild stew? Oh my god. It makes so much sense now. You have the art digitally, but what about the doing real art? Okay. Okay, dude. Okay. Okay, this fucking guy. Alright, listen. 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 Fair, but you don't have to say it, you know? Alright, well, if I was messing with the guild stew, I'm definitely not having any of it. I feel like I should post this. This should be... This is post-worthy. Let me snip it out. Okay. Post that in Discord and let's make this one all right, we're gonna post it on X. The official art of the Relician feathered monkey goblin. No, goblin monkey, whoops. Goblin. What? Why did I say that? Monkey. Alright. The official art of the Relician feathered goblin monkey. Stats to follow. Look at him. Look at him, just little beady eyes just staring right at you. Put that as your phone background screen, man. That's what I'm talking about, bro. Every time you unlock, you just see this staring at you. Wondering if you're about to go look at TikToks for the next 3 hours instead of doing anything productive. Alright. Oh, shit, man. We did a lot today. Twitch Baldur's Gate 3, past few days. It's hindered my ability to function outside of the game. Too real? Yeah. Yep, he's judging you. I actually removed everything from my phone, Genova. I removed TikTok, Instagram, Twitter. My phone has YouTube on it just for watching like stuff while I'm like YouTube Shorts sucks. I don't watch that. But I want no ability to scroll on my phone. The only things I interact with my phone are Discord, Pokemon Go, YouTube, and Twitch and Spotify. That's it. I've gone phone minimalist. It feels good. All right. I think that's all for today. And this week. That's it. The week's over. Why are you during Monkey in Relicia? Look, because we're not going to worry about how it happened. All right. We're just going to worry about they're here now. So, all right. Where's my outro? Thank you for hanging out today. I appreciate it, guys. Thank you for all the follows. For those of you who followed, thank you for the subs. For anyone who resubbed or new subbed, thank you for the bits, the general support of being amazing. I will be live again on Tuesday. On next Tuesday, I'm going to be going to 5 days a week, which will include Mondays soon-ish. Probably after Ella's done her next convention, because I have to go to Edmonton Comic and Entertainment Expo, Edmonton Comic Con. I'll be there. So that'll be cool. And after that, when I come home from that in early September, I'll probably be moving to a 5-day-a-week schedule if I can. But either way, man, I had fun today. Hope you guys had fun. Hope you're chilling out. If you guys are playing D&D this week, don't get TPK'd. Don't do it. If you aren't playing D&D this week, let's face it, you cancel your D&D game so you can play Baldur's Gate 3. We'll have stories for that. So hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Have a great weekend. Until next time, my friends. Farewell.